Already almost set to go for opening puck drop. But first, let's take a look at the Shelter Insurance goaltending matchup. For Evansville, the man in the net with 30 saves last night, Brian Bill at 7-3-3 with a .917 save percentage. In net for the Quad City Storm, it's Ryan Mulder. 6 wins, 6 losses, 3 overtime losses, .894 save percentage. He lost the last 3 times he played against Evansville. November the 8th was the last time he had beaten Evansville. He'll try tonight. Tonight's Thunderbolts 3 keys to the game presented by Old National. First, staying out of the box. Too many unnecessary penalties last night. Can't give Quad City that much opportunity. Second, be ready for an early push for the Quad City Storm. After losing last night, they're going to be raring to go in this one to try to get to an early lead. And that brings us to key number 3, scoring the first goal. Tonight's officials, linesman Mitchell Hunt, Brandon Uzarek. Referee is J.R. Strager. Same crew as last night. This Evansville Thunderbolts broadcast on SBHL Live, the Thunderbolts Radio Network, is brought to you by Acceptance Home Mortgage. Strong crowd on hand for Paw Patrol night and Dogs night out. And what's sure to be a very fun, exciting game. Ryan Devine had an active warm-up. Very present at the red line. Had some words for some guys during warm-ups and tried his hand at the Michigan move in his own net. And he starts up here. 20 minutes on the clock. And we're underway in the opening frame. Evansville starting with Lubin and Thacker in defense. Hanoun, Corson, and Barnaby up front. And this is offside on Evansville. Quad City with Junior Harris and Ryan Devine, the starting lineup. John Scully, Dean Ukura, and Taylor Price, the starting forwards. Once again, the goaltenders are Mulder for Quad City, Bill for Evansville. Starting lines presented by Orthopedic Associates. 9 seconds in, face-off for the Quad City bench. Off the draw, one back by the Thunderbolts. It was off of, looked like it was Ferraro. Played that down. Mulder hands off. Ryan Devine from behind his own net, under pressure on the forecheck. This one's stolen away. Corson turns it back around the net. Harris will go for it. Barnaby will take in the far boards. Pass to the middle, taken away by Ryan Devine. Played it back to center ice. John Scully from the red line plays it in. Coming out of retirement for the weekend, John Scully. Taylor Price near boards. And the Evansville end trying to keep it away from Kyle Thacker. Goes to the boards, looks for a man in front. And a save by Brian Billets off of, believe, John Scully. First shot on goal to Quad City and the first save for Evansville. 41 seconds gone here in the opening frame. Tonight's Orthopedic Associates scratches. The only one for Quad City is the suspended Kyle Moore. Has 3 games, including tonight, left to serve. For the Thunderbolts, Matt Stoya, Felix Cronwall. They also present tonight's IR reports, and both teams quite happy to see there's no one to report on the IR reports. Connor Fries for the face-off for the Storm. This one won back by Hayden Holton. Hasselstein at the near side. Worked out the center. Here comes Zykov, and now St. Jones back from his 1-game suspension. Goes into the near side corner. And the one worked away. Kept in, though, by Hasselstein. Down low, Zane Jones ahead of Joe Silva. Silva catches up, hands it off for Kramer on the check. Forecheck works it free. That one nearly to the net front. Worked away by Clutch. Takes a hard hit from Zane Jones, and he's down and hurt on the ice. Price goes after Zane Jones. Clutch is slow to get back up. Light continues. Clutch is just getting up. It was as Clutch was moving the puck, and I don't think he was expecting the hit, but it appeared to be a clean hit by Zane Jones. And here's a big hit by Austin Plevy and Stephen Gall. Physicality rising early in this one. We'll see how long we go before we see some animosity. This is an icing call on the Quad City Storm, a minute 25 in. Head coach Dave Shinichny back after serving a 1-game suspension. Assistant coach Jake Toporowski appeared to do a very well job in relief of his head coach. Face off again, the Storm zone. They have the 1 shot so far for Quad City. Ferraro, Plevy, Self back out. This line has a lot of promise. Ferraro with the goal and assist last night. Plevy 3 assists, and Self with an assist last night. Self goes down against Joe Silva, who shoves him down some more. Already a very busy game physically. This one blocked off by Neimanis. Self and Silva again, tie up. Self takes the puck. He gets a shot away and a save by Mulder. And now we get Self and Seikos mixing up for a moment. And linesmen will go in quickly to prevent those two mixing up. Tommy Seikos not at one to shy away from the physicality. He was a noted fighter, especially last year with Huntsville. Both lines stay out. This game gets one-sided. If we see a big lead build up, this could get really nasty. Same line, Plevy, Ferraro, and Sullivan with Butler. And it looks like Thacker for the Thunderbolts. Quad City has Kristaps Neimanis on the back end with Ryan Devine. This one back by the Storm. They have Seikos, Bennett, and Burmaster up front. 2 goals last night for Greg Burmaster. Big night for him. Played down to the Evansville zone. This is Tommy Seikos against Mike Ferraro. Battling away in the near corner. Seikos walks away with it, trying to go to the net front, draws a penalty in the process. Penalty upcoming. Neimanis a shot. That one rolls on goal and a save by Bill, and we'll get the call. So Quad City will get the first power play like last night. We'll see what they can do with it. They had a very good-looking power play despite only going 1 for 7. So this penalty at 2:05 of the first period. It'll be for a hook, and the man in the box will be Mike Ferraro, playing his second game with the Thunderbolts in second pro game. He'll get his first pro penalty. Once again, hooking at 2:05 to Ferraro. Shots 2-1 Quad City in the first power play of the game. This Quad City power play is brought to you by SWAT Pest. Burmaster will come out along with Taylor Price, Stephen Gall, Junior Harris, and Ricky Kramer. For the face-off, Holton will lose it. Harris, the wind-up deflected wide. And that one's stinging to Mikko Hanun. Able to stay in the play, though. Appears to be okay. Brandon Lubin, after taking a puck to the face last night, so at least partially is out here, and as well as Kyle Thacker, taken away by Holton. The Holton will play it in from the red line. Goes after it, shorthanded against Ricky Kramer, pins it to the inboards. While the rest of his teammates change. Plavy, Thacker, and Lubin out with him. Harris plays it back down low, so no change for the Thunderbolts. Kramer regains it back in his own zone. 30 seconds gone, the power play, and hand it off for Junior Harris. Harris will start through the neutral zone. Gets through the crowd, but lost possession of the puck. This one to the far corner of the Evansville zone. Harris moves it along for Price. Back to the point, Ricky Kramer. Kramer from center to the far wall for Stephen Gall. Back to Kramer. Lets one go, is deflected wide. Near corner battle, 1 free and cleared by Evansville. Kyle Thacker had a dump out as coming out to the near hash marks to stop it down was Mulder. Both sides change. Quad City brings out Ryan Devine, Connor Fries, Dina Kura, and Dakota Klutcha. Ryan Devine carries across the line. Coming out for Kramer was Joe Silva. This one's clear back to the neutral zone. Evansville with Hanun, Holton, Tanner Butler, and Braden Helms. 37 seconds to go in the power play. Hanun lays a big check on Connor Fries coming through the neutral zone. Yakura hands off to the far side. Silva back to Yakura. From the middle, he shoots. Saved by Brian Bill. The rebound loose. This one is worked to the line, kept in by Silva. He shoots. That one's blocked right in the stick and cleared by Hayden Holton. 20 seconds to go. 1 shot so far. Mulder will play to hand to Silva. Now deflected down by Klutcha. And Bill will play it himself. This one up the near side glass and out to center ice. Both goaltenders playing the puck. Both goaltenders that love to play the puck. Final 5 seconds of the power play. This is Scully in the backhand. Back to the point for Ryan Devine. Near point, plays to the far corner. Is out of the box now is Ferraro. Back to even strength. 1 shot on goal in the power play. Quad City's 0 for 1. Up ice comes Ferraro. Has Corson with him. Ferraro goes to the net for the trailer. Barnaby tied up, couldn't get the shot away. Good play by Vincent Beaudry. There comes Quad City back to the wing. Across the line, Beaudry from Scully. Near board. Trying to pass to the middle. Nobody there. This one's taken back and cleared by Ferraro. Going back for this one is Harris. This lead to Beaudry. Waiting at the Evansville line. He'll bank this one down for John Scully. Intercepting there is Brandon Lubin. We'll take this one and clear back to center. This one rolls back to the Quad City end. Mulder will bank it off his own end boards to Harris in the far corner. Under pressure. Worked free, but taken by Burmaster. Holton throws a big check. Worked the puck free. Epped out by Vincent Beaudry. He comes up ice now with Stephen Gall and Greg Burmaster. Across the line, now to the near corner, Beaudry. Plays a low to high pass, was blocked. This one is chipped back to center by Holton, who goes for a change. 5 minutes gone, the opening frame. Still no score, but an end-to-end game and a very physical one to start. Stephen Gall across the line, near side. He is checked to the half wall by Hasselstein. This one taken out low by Brower. Tyler Brown play to the front by a Quad City defender. This one back to the point. This is Silva. Loads it, shoots it. That one is gloved up by Billett. And no rebound. And we'll get a first media timeout of the game. A busy start to this one. 5:17 gone, but it remains no score.
Our customers are people who work hard for their money. So we do everything we can to make their money work hard for them. At Meijer, we see it as a simple matter of respect. That's why for 80 years now, low prices have been built into the way we do business. Because the most important thing we can earn is the right to shake someone's hand and look them in the eye. Come see for yourself.
No score, 5:17 gone the opening frame. Shots 4-1 in favor of Quad City. They had one shot, a power play opportunity. Lots of end-to-end action and a very physical start. And I said this earlier, if this thing gets one-sided, even if it doesn't get one-sided, this could be a very busy game with scraps and physicality, especially with last night's game being physical enough. Two teams that have established a rivalry in the 2 seasons they played against each other. This one won back by the Storm for the draw. Silva shot goes just wide. Around the far boards, kept in by Quad City. This is Yakura turning it back to the end wall. Price in the near corner. Doubles back against Lubin. Now hands off to the far corner. And it right back to him. Pass to the middle, Silva. Couldn't handle a pass, it's back to center. Race for this one at the red line. Winning out the race. And hauled down was Austin Plevy. Penalty upcoming on Joe Silva, and then gives Plevy an extra shot. Thunderbolts in control of the puck. Yakura touches up and we'll get the call. Austin Plevy got around Joe Silva. It'll be a holding call on Silva. Thunderbolts, who were 2 for 4 last night in the power play, will get their first chance of the night. Time of the penalty on Silva at 5:51. And this Thunderbolts power play will be brought to you by the Hoosier Lottery. Past 10 games for Evansville power play has been third best in the league, 23.81% scored on. And tied for third in the past 5 games at 20%. They went 2 for 4 last night. As Plevy will be out with Ferraro, Sutliff, Hanoun, and Brandon Lubin. All 3 of Lubin's goals this year were on the power play. One of the leaders among defensemen in the category. Down low, Ferraro's the Thunderbolts control the puck up the draw, but unable to hold on was Ferraro. Burmaster jumps in the near corner. Cinco's on it, double teamed. Ferraro and Sutliff walks the dump out to the near corner against Harris. Quad City applying a lot of pressure on the penalty kill. Burmaster worked it free, taken by Ryan Devine, who's out with Burmaster, Seacos, and Harris, and Devine will clear. 30 seconds gone, the power play. Thunderbolts unable to get established so far. They'll go back and regroup. This lead for Hanoun, tipped down ice, and this, I believe, will be an icing on Evansville. It will be. 1:20 to go in the power play, 13:29 left in the first period. The face-off back in the Evansville zone. Quad City's penalty kill has been rough as of late. Past 5 games, they're dead last in the league, and past 10, they're 9th in the league. 77.78% kill rate in the last 10 games, 73.33% in the past 5. However, they have been successful so far in this one. Off this draw, taken by Evansville. It's Brandon Lubin. Moved up ice by Austin Plevy, drew the penalty on Silva moments ago. Crossed the line to the near wall, Sutliff. Halfway the corner, he is tied up by Neimanis. Jumping in the puck is Fries, but 2 Thunderbolts converge on him. This one is clear. Good work by Connor Fries. Minutes ago on the power play, Thunderbolts still have not been able to get set up. They'll regroup again, and they get a change going. Quad City already has changed. They have Neimanis with Dean Yakura, Ricky Kramer, and Taylor Price. Up ice now comes Evansville. This is across the line by Zykov, along by Butler. Corson, Barnaby, and Helms as well for Thunderbolts. Far corner, Corson. Goal last night that ended a 7-game scoreless skid. Back to the point. This is Butler. Back to Corson, unable to handle the pass. Zykov down low with Barnaby. Work free by Neimanis to the near boards for Helms. Goals in 3 straight games for Braden Helms. Zykov to the far wall. This is Corson moving to the hash marks. This one gloved up on the slow shot by Corson. First shot on goal of the power play. 20 seconds to go on the man advantage. Here, 7:31 into the first period of play, and still looking for the game's first goal. Quad City will take the chance to change up. They send Mack out. Harris, Burmaster, Seacos, and Devine. The left side of Ryan Moeller for this faceoff. One back by Seacos, nearly intercepted, but taken away by Greg Burmaster. He will clear. This will just about do for the power play, which has 10 seconds to go. Brian Milt settles it behind his net. Here comes Braden Helms. With speed through the neutral zone, banks it down ice. Out of the box right now comes Joe Silva. One shot on the power play. Both sides get one shot, but go scoreless. This one deflects over the net from the far point. Silva near wall takes it. Will send it up ice. Sauer misconnected. This will be an icing on Quad City. Unless Burmaster can reach it, he cannot. Icing called on Quad City. Tanner Butler got there just ahead of the very speedy Greg Burmaster. 8:03 now gone, the opening frame. The face-off back in the Storm zone. Both sides with successful penalty kills. And I'm sure we'll see the penalty sheet fill up rather quickly in this one. This line of Zane Jones back out for Evansville. And we already see a little bit of stick work in the far wall, or far side of the circle, is Sam Williams doing an active game against Greg Burmaster. Work free, taken by Harris off the draw, coming through the neutral zone, played it down ice. Not far enough for icing. Back for this one and clear back out by Kyle Thacker. Back to the Storm zone, retrieving is Joe Silva, but he got a fight behind the play. It's Greg Burmaster. And it looks like Sam Williams had mixed it up before the face-off, and both are throwing hands. Sam Williams ends up on top, and the fight linesmen move in. First scrap of the evening, 8:14 in. Sam Williams and Greg Burmaster. A look at it again on the board as they both decide quickly to go. Looks like Burmaster maybe a split second ahead. And Williams did get one shot with the right hand, and I think Burmaster may have got one in as well. They tied up on those near side boards. And ultimately became more of a wrestling match than just an all-out fist fest. But both will get fined for fighting, if I'm not mistaken. Once again, penalties at 8:14, and we've seen this a time or two in this season series, in this franchise series. History between these two teams. Last year, Quad City taking 8 of the 12 meetings against the Thunderbolts last year. Evansville clinching this season series with 6 wins. Quad City with 3, but they have been mostly close games. So 5 for fighting. No other penalties on the play. Stephen Gall moving in. This one stopped by Brian Bill on the rush from the near boards to the nets. Stephen Gall getting a decent scoring chance. That will make the shot lead a 5-2 advantage, and a little milling about afterward. And for the Thunderbolts, they are prone to these slower starts offensively, but they have been getting some chances in this early frame. And they're a team that gets better as the game goes along. Remember, they had 1 goal in each of the first 2 periods, and then 3 in the third period last night. That's been very typical of how the games have gone for the Thunderbolts offensively. So for Quad City, they're going to want to try to score as much as possible, if at all, early. This one controlled by Evansville. Zykov moves it along. Now it's Zane Jones up the far side. Zane Jones moving in, getting around Kramer, but can't get to the net. Down low, taken by Holton. Back to the far point. This is Brower shooting. That one deflects wide. Here's an open net. They score! Zane Jones! Not sure if it was an 8-ball or a puck, but a billiards play puts it home, and Evansville scores first. That's just a bad luck play there for Ryan Mulder. Bank off the far boards. Off the end boards from the far points. And Zane Jones was waiting on the near side, and that's one of those things with home ice, you know your boards. We've seen Quad City do the same thing in their building, the Tag Slayer Center. This time it's Evansville. Zane Jones at Evansville's third shot gives them a 1-0 lead. Goal at 8:40. 7th of the season for Zane Jones, all with Evansville. His first game back from suspension, and he scores the opening goal. Thunderbolt went down the play. That was Brain Hell's made a caught Aaron Stick. No penalty in the play. This one back to center, taken is Tyler Brower. And Hayden Holton get assist. Brower gets his first assist with the Thunderbolts in his second game. He had the shot from the far points. And he was another acquisition this week by the Thunderbolts. All 3 have been very good looking in this weekend series. So we'll see how Quad City responds. Thunderbolts this year, much like scoring last night, they're 17-1-3 when scoring the game's opening goal. When Quad City does not score first, they are 4-12-3. Still a lot of hockey to go in this one. Dumped in by the Thunderbolts, 10:30 to go in the opening frame. Once again, Jones is 7th of the season at 8:40 from Brower and Holton. This one worked by Ryan Devine from the Quad City end. Avoids a check by Noah Corson. Got to watch those two as the game goes along. Both very willing combatants. Lead for Corson. Onside, but back is Junior Harris, but he gets around him. Goes to the near corner. Harris staying with him. Both players go down on the check. This one worked. Hanoun from the near side. Can't find a shooting lane. Now goes to center point. He shoots. This one deflects over the net. Down low, Barnaby trying to spin it in front while falling. Couldn't do it in a clean play by Joe Silva. Taken by Yakura and cleared. Off the skate of Scully, now Silva. Played in from the neutral zone, set aside by Bill to the far corner. Brandon Lubin back against Scully. Moved up for Hanoun, he's tied up by Silva. Puck moves along, Matthew Barnaby, now Corson. Corson handing off for Barnaby. His pass ahead was deflected along, taken back by the storm of the red line, Junior Harris. Arcs it on goal, stopped by Brian Bill, set aside. No, he does not, he holds on for a face-off. 9:31 to go. St. Jones gives Evansville a 1-0 lead. Back in a moment.
What happens when we harness the power of the sun? We generate clean, renewable energy to power our region. Through Vectron's new state-of-the-art 50-megawatt solar farm in southwestern Indiana, we're bringing a little piece of the sun to every home and business. Vectron Solar Farm will join a new natural gas power plant in Posey County, as well as wind, coal, and landfill gas to round out the sustainable energy powering your life. It's all part of your smart energy future.
9:31 to go in the opening frame. We've seen our first goal and our first fight of the night. Burmaster and Williams still serving their 5-minute majors for fighting. And the goal by Zane Jones at 8:40 from Brower and Holton gives the Thunderbolts a 1-0 lead. The face-off will be back in the Thunderbolt zone. Shot 6-4 for Quad City. And the Storm have Connor Fries, Ricky Kramer, Dakota Klutcha, Stephen Gull, and Ryan Devine up for this face-off. Ray Hasselstein, who fought Devine once this season, is out for this draw as well. Aiden Holton along with Zane Jones, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they hit off the face-offs. Klutcha went down for a moment. Zykov past him and down ice. This will go for an icing on Evansville. It will be whistled as Kramer was there. With 9:22 to go here in the opening frame. Hasselstein, Jones, Holton, Zykov. And it looks like Brower, the 5 out for Evansville. It'll be Fries against Holton. Face off won by Fries to Kramer. Top of the circle goes wide. Far wall Devine trying to hold it against St. Jones, but Jones will win the battle and clear to center. Devine works it back as he went back for it to Kramer. Banked up the near side for Klutcha, intercepted by Hasselstein. Onside, carries in the far wall, centering. Zykov on the move. First Jones, his shot banks wide by Kramer. Good block there and the shot there. Taken back by Dakota Klutcha. Zykov trying to poke it away. It's a 3-on-2 though. It's Fries who shoots and he missed wide on the far side. Try to blow back to center was Jones, couldn't do it. This one back off the end boards to the near side corner, Connor Fries. Throwing the check is Hasselstein. Hard clean hit there. Go and Holton come together near side. This one worked along and taken by Zane Jones. Will arc this one to the Quad City line. Glove down by number 78, Ricky Kramer. Previously worn by Matthias Salmon. He's currently on ECHL call-up. And Amon has played every game of the season series up until this weekend. Shot from the far side by Seikos. Missed wide, but an open net. Billett fights it off as it had a weird bounce, and Billett made the save. Vincent Beaudry, I believe, had the shot. The Thunderbolts got a little lucky there. And in wait, Quad City had scored. That would have been a big luck play for them. They had a stanchion on the near side. There's a basketball game today, so the boards and glass were put in before yesterday's game, taken out and put back in today, just a few hours ago. Dogs night out tonight as well as Paw Patrol night, so a lot of four-legged friends out here for tonight's game. Burmester and Williams, by the way, will come out with 13-14 gone in the period, so about another minute to go for them. A little over a minute, and then the first whistle afterward. So that will be with 6:46 to go and a whistle after. Math doing a lot better today. Here's Seikos on the move. His shot snared up by Brian Bilt, and he holds on, and now we get a little extra in front of the Evansville nets. Crowd moves in. Linesman in there as well. There'll be a lot more where this came from. This will make the shot total 7-4 in favor of the Quad City Storm. With 8:04 to go in the opening frame. It's still a 1-0 Evansville lead. As both sides will line up for the face-off to the right side of Brian Billets. Quad City will get a late change, and therefore so Evansville as a home team can change last. The Storm will send out Price, Yakura, Silva, Scully, and Kramer. Evansville with Corson, Barnaby, Lubin, Al Thacker. And it looks like D'Amico Hanoun This will be Hanoun for the draw against Yakura. One by Hanoun. This is taken by Corson. Can't get it out initially, but forces it out in the second try. Battling Yakura outside the Evansville line. This one worked back in, but a delay offside is called. With 7:55 to go, Thunderbolts gain a little territory. Face off in front of their own penalty box, still occupied by Sam Williams. Again for another minute and 9 seconds. So again, Hanoun and Yakura will duel in the face-off dots. This face-off won by the Storm. Taylor Price up the near side boards. Banks it one to the near side corner against Luba. Tried to play to the front. It was blocked. Drops down, back down by 5 feet for the net. This one sent over the net and the bouncing puck. This one hit the protective netting, but it stays in play. This rule play continues. Both sides thought the whistle would go. It did not. Luba to move it back to center. Yakura stolen away by Corson. Up the far side with it. Will chase it down the corner in the Quad City zone against Sova. Corson back up the wall. Moved on. Breaks free. From the point. Plays up to the near side. Brower. Near side to the net front. Wide up. Holton. Loose puck poked back into the corner by the Quad City Storm. Barnaby back to the point. Noah Corson. Hands it off. Brower with room. Scores! Tyler Brower took the shot. Not sure if it was deflected. Evansville leads it 2-0. We'll see a look at it here. Brower with the plenty of time off the handoff. Shoots it, and it may have hit someone in front, but it looks like Brower will get credits. That'll be his first goal as a Thunderbolt in his second game, if it indeed stays. Corson will get a primary assist. And this lead is 2-0 Evansville. It's been a very strong start when they have gotten chances for the Thunderbolts. This goal at 12:49 of the opening frame. And Quad City in need of a response, but still plenty of time to go to try to right the ship here. Again, this is a situation that Quad City excels in. So indeed it is Brower's goal. Corson will get a primary assist once again at 12:49. Barnaby gets a secondary assist. Corson the primary. Brower's first of the season. Versus a Thunderbolt, first in the North American Pro ranks. Way in the Germany 3 League this year and last year, and he has gotten points there, but it's nonetheless a big accomplishment for Brower. Icing called in Evansville, 6:36 to go. And Williams and Burmaster have their 5-minute majors served. Escorts will show up in form of the linesmen. Both sides will face off in the Evansville zone moments away, as both the fighters will go back to their respective benches, where they stick tap salutes from both benches and applause from the crowd. Sovitzikos Harris with Burmaster, who will be out for this face-off, and Shane Bennett. Hasselstein out for the Thunderbolts. Stan Zykov as well, Hayden Holton. Off this draw, one back by Sikos. Sova around to the near side corner. Burmaster is there. Moved it along to Sikos against Holton. From behind the net, the 222s match up. To the near side, the battle continues, this time between Brower and Bennett. This one across to the far side, Harrison to the corner. Hasselstein moves in. This one up high. Shane Bennett, far circle, moves and shoots. Saved by Brian Billets. Rebound to the near boards. Harris back to the points. Moves it to the far side again. Goes to plate up front, and it's blocked in front. We got a whistle as the net came off the moorings. Thunderbolts collapsing defensively and taking away the middle of the ice. As Quad City working the perimeter, can't find a lane to the nets. Shots now are 9-5 for Quad City. 2-0 Evansville the lead. Brower had the latest goal, and Zane Jones scoring first. Once again, Jones from Brower and Holton at 8:40. Brower from Corson and Barnaby at 12:49. So Brower with a goal and an assist. Face off right side of Brian Bill. Yakura will take this draw for Quad City. It'll be against Mike Ferraro. One back by the Storm. And Evanis off the end wall. Price tried to set it in front. Bounced on goal. And covered off by Billets with a heavy crowd in front of the nets. And both sides will draw again. 5:57 to go. Now in this opening frame. Tonight's players to watch as the game goes along, presented by Wow Cable. Mike Corson, or rather Brain Helms for the Thunderbolts, goals in 3 straight games. For Quad City, It's Taylor Price. 7 goals in 9 games this year against Evansville, but has not gone on the scoreboard yet this weekend. It is Price on the puck to the front, and they score. Vincent Beaudry. And there is Price getting on the score sheet with an assist there as Beaudry cuts the lead at 2-1. And that is a huge goal for the Quad City Storm to cut the lead in half. That's a big momentum shift there. It was Price up the face-off in the far side, play to the front, much like we saw Connor Fry's assist on the goal for Clutcha last night, except from the opposite direction. But the same method is passing it through the middle, as there was a gap there between the goal, Brian Bilt, and the defenseman for Evansville. And they found the lane and put it home. And that's one that you're not much going to get easy to save there for Brian Bilt. So 10th shot of the game, Quad City breaks through. It's 2-1 Evansville, 5:52 to go here in the opening frame. And Beaudry will get credit for the goal. That'll be his 11th goal of the season. Bryce and Yakura get the assist on the goal. Dean Yakura, a long-time veteran player as well, and the captain of the Storm, and a friend of mine. This one will be played down ice by the Storm. It'll be an icing on Quad City. Whistle down with 5:27 to go. Vincent Beaudry, one of the 2 top performers against Evansville this season, entered with 9 games played, 5 goals and 8 points. They can add a 9th point to that one, and 6 goals in 10 games. And for Taylor Price, that'll make it 11 points in 10 games, 7 goals and 4 assists. The 2 top performers yet to get on the score sheet. That's Plevy and Sulla for Evansville. Off the draw in the Storm zone, recovered by Silva. Round the boards it goes. Stephen Gall works this one down, but this will not be an icing as Esselstein went for the check. A penalty's upcoming, and I'm not sure who it's on. Penalty will be called with 5:16 to go. Looks like they're going to give it for Esselstein with interference, and I thought it was as the hit was being thrown as the puck was being moved along, but apparently not. So they're going to rule Esselstein for interference with 5:16 to go. And Quad City gets a chance to tie things up here late in the first period of play. Quad City 0 for 1. The power play, they get a second chance. I was talking about Evansville's power play and Quad City's penalty kill moments ago. Last 5 games, Quad City's power play 6th best in the league and 8th best in the past 10 games. Evansville's penalty kill tied for 6th in the past 5 games and 4th best in the league in the past 10 games. Killed off 6 for 7 last night in the first one so far tonight. And we'll see what Quad City can do with this one. Burmaster Price, Stephen Gall with Harris and Kramer for Quad City. Off the draw, Tanu down low in the far corner, double team. Butler moving in, Helms and Holton as well. The Nobles clustered there for a moment, but worked back to Kramer. Near circle, Harris. Try to tip it to the front. Burmaster was tied up. Far wall, Stephen Gall. 5 minutes to play in the opening period, 1:44 in the power play. Harrison shoots that one wide as Price could have had a deflection attempt. This one back to the line. This will be out of the zone to lay offside, so they will take it away. As unable to touch there was Taylor Price, who skates back to the blue line and try to promptly get back in, but it's played down by Evansville in the ensuing sequence. 36 seconds to go on the power play, 4:39 to go, and a 2-1 Evansville lead here in the first period. Taylor Price up ice to the far side across the line. Price trying to work this one back. Does get it back to the point for Harris. Near side, Ricky Kramer. Back to the point, Harris. He shoots wide. Lubin takes the puck far side. He'll bank this one along. And with a little help gets it out. And trying to race for this one is Derek Sulliff. But moving it was Burmaster to try to take away opportunity there. Short-handed for Derek Sulliff. And Harris a good job to stay with him as well. 50 seconds to go in the power play. No shots yet. Fries banks this one back to Dean Yakura. Now up with Silva, Ryan Devine, and Dakota Clutcha. Change in progress for the Storm. Thunderbolts have Plavy out, who has 2 short-handed goals this year. Derek Sulliff. It looks like Brandon Lubin and Kyle Thacker. Yakura had trouble with the pass. This one not out of the zone, though. Thacker does get it out second try. Silva from the red line, 28 seconds to go in the power play. 3:42 to go in the opening period. Connor Fries to the near point. Ryan Devine enters. Plays it down to the end boards. Far corner, Yakura. Reverses up to the near corner. Ryan Devine is there. 14 seconds to go in the power play. Back to the point for Silva. He hands it up to the far side. Here's a shot. Glove save by Brian Billets. Off of Dakota after Ricky Kramer. Try that again. Connor Fries got the shot away. 7 seconds to go in the power play. 3:23 to go. Vincent Beaudry scores. Makes it a 2-1 game. Back in a moment.
We're WOW. We're for streaming, surfing, and gaming. We're for dog dudes and cat video ladies. We're for the tech savvy and the tech curious. We're for wonderful Wi-Fi and endless entertainment. We're for date nights, late nights, game nights. We're for every night. We're for bringing you high-speed internet, a helping hand, and a high five to top it all off. We're WOW, and we're for all.
7 seconds to go in this Quad City power play. One shot so far. 3:23 to go in the opening frame. Thunderbolts with a 2-1 lead, as Tyler Brower currently has the go-ahead goal. Face-off will be to the right side of Brian Billets. Tommy Seacos will line up for the face-off. Off the draw, one back. Billets sets it aside. Around the near side boards for Ryan Devine to hold the zone. Now comes Hasselstein. Back to even strength. One shot in the power play. As Quad City now 0 for 2. Attack continues. Devine right side. Bank to back to the corner for Tommy Seacos. Work free, taken by Tanner Butler. Heading off for Hasselstein. Moves it back to center ice. Off the stick of Devine. Racing to it. Down the other end is Zane Jones. Gets to it. Through the check back to Devine, who is moving in. Puck freed up. Holton. However, taken back out of the zone by Seacos. Handed across by Butler at the red line. Worked back in by Helms, who took the check from Bennett. Ryan Devine goes back for 2:43 to go. Silva's lead. Far side Seacos into the Evansville zone, handing off for Bennett. Cross ice Beaudry. He moves to the net. He shoots it. That one goes through the crease. And taken back by Zykov, trying to beat out the Storm players back up ice. 1 against 4. Cross the line, lost control, followed up Hanoun to the far circle. Goes around the net. Barnaby behind the nets. Near side Hanoun. Back to the point, Thacker to the far corner, meant it's a pass to Corson. Trying to spin away, Yakura stays with him. Barnaby falls up, goes down, clean play there. And taken back by the Storm, Neimanis gets it back to center. Worked free, however, by Hanoun, carried in for Barnaby. Now Hanoun to the far side, tries to go to the net, loose puck, Barnaby saved by Ryan Mulder. Puck stays in play. Thunderbolts buzzing here, shot for the point, redirected and a save by Ryan Mulder. On the shot for the point by Lubin, held in by Brower, no, it's out of the zone. Back to the Evansville line with 1:48 to go. Lubin and Burmaster. Ryan Mulder, a bit of a scare there as the Storm were pinned in their own zone for a moment. Burmaster far boards against Barnaby. Worked free. Brower goes back for it. However, coughed up to Yakura. Back down low, Burmaster. From the far corner against Brower. Spins back towards the corner. Hands off behind the net, but it's off the stick of Price to the near side. Taken away. 1:20 to go as moving up is Corson. Deflected off the stick of Kramer and down. So it will be an icing call. Thought hit the stick of Kramer, apparently did not. 1:22 to go now. The face-off back in the Evansville zone. 11-7 Quad City, the shot count, as the end-to-end action continues. However, the physicality has dropped off a bit in the recent few minutes. Be sure to stick around after commercial break to conclude the first period of play. We'll return with our Shoe Carnival intermission report, as well as have our first intermission highlights exclusive to those watching on SPHL Live. Very large crowd in attendance for tonight. Could be in the range of 4,000 to 5,000. Here are the Fort Center for tonight's game. Always great to see a good crowd. Fletcher near side. This one banked to the front and covered up by Brian Billets. Standing watch there was Tyler Brower. As mentioned, 26-year-old Minnesota native. Brought in from the Germany 3 League. And has played very serviceably this weekend. And is being rewarded with some offensive numbers. 1:15 to go now, and the face-off to the left side again of Brian Billett. Price clutch a goal with Kramer and Silva back up for Quad City. Brower heads off for a late change. Ferraro and Price for the face-off. Ferraro wins it back to the corner. This one at the near side boards, back to center ice. And deflected down. This will be another icing waved off, however. Silva around the far boards, back to center. Stephen Gall had to lost it. 1 minute to play. Taken away the Evansville line. Stephen Gall on the move. Goes back towards the line. Now the half wall down low for Connor Fries. Behind the Evansville nets. Had it work free. Fletcher falls up. Against Ferraro. Banks it back to the point. Silva holds the zone. Nice pass reception. Banked off the inboards to the near side. Kramer. And the half wall against Sullivan. Kramer to the point. Stephen Gall. Try to chip it to the front. Blocked off. Turnaround shot through the goal mouth by Connor Fries. Far side Gall. As the Thunderbolts get pinned in their own zone now. 35 seconds to go in the period. This one up the wall, held in Kramer. This shot blocked off halfway there by, I believe, Helms. Stephen Gall again, the half wall. This one banked to the front. Klutchuk can't get a shot on goal. Butler's on top of him. Loose puck near side. Flies to the front. Intercepted by Sullivan. 18 seconds to go. This one's worked down ice. Devine will chase it down. This will be icing not again as it's slowed down. Before it can get to the goal line, Devine caught up. 10 seconds to go. Klutchuk banks this one down. Billett behind his net, handing off. This one blocked by John Scully, but taken back by Helms. And this will do it for the opening period here at the Ford Center. The Thunderbolts with a 2-1 lead and a very hustle and bustle opening 20 minutes. Goals by Jones and Brower built up a 2-0 lead for Evansville. Goal by Beaudry cut the lead in half. Shots on goal, 11-7 in favor of the Quad City Storm. Brian Bell, 10 saves and 11 shots. Ryan Mulder, 5 out of 7 in his nets. Saw some scrums, saw fights, and 3 combined goals. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with the Shoe Carnival Intermission Report coming up next. 2-1 Evansville to score.
Back in 1919, a small printing company named Greenwood Chisholm set up shop in a modest building in Owensboro, Kentucky. Greenwood Chisholm has come a long way since then. We've grown from a local printer into a tri-state company doing custom media manufacturing on a national level. With the latest green printing technologies, we are capable of producing any print work that you might need. From catalogs to postcards, booklets to variable data projects, whether on our state-of-the-art Heidelberg presses or with new digital technologies. If you need your logo on anything else, such as clothing, banners, pins, or magnets, we can do that too. And don't forget our complete mailing and fulfillment services. One thing that has never changed throughout the years, commitment to quality, customer service, and pride in our work. Those standards are the same now as they were when Greenwood Chisholm opened its doors.
If you had a mission to protect the things that are most important, where would you start? Probably at home. Keeping what you eat, drink, and put on your body safe. Ensuring that the products that make your home cleaner and your family happier are easy to use and deliver what they promised. Then you would help others. Going to hospitals, healthcare facilities, and pharmacies around the world to help protect the medications healthcare professionals use to save their patients. All while keeping both patients and doctors safe while they work. Then you would look bigger, to where and how we live, helping to keep our buildings and transportation safe for those who use it, and improving the way we farm and grow the foods that feed us all. This is our mission at Verily. And to accomplish this, we partner with our suppliers, our communities, and the world's leading and emerging brands to protect all of our products, our health, and the way we live, so that we all may have a better tomorrow.
Bud Light Seltzer Call Center and Bar. You got Coach on the line. Tell me, friend, do you like Bud Light? Well, this is also from Bud Light, but it's seltzer this time. Spectacular taste. Can you drink it at a tailgate? It's from Bud Light, ain't it? Now I want you to call up all your friends, go to that bar, and order yourself a Bud Light Seltzer.
Bud Light Seltzer, unquestionably good.
These go great with that outfit. Or try these Crocs. Roxy's more your style. Shoe Carnival, a surprise in store. They have so many Nikes here. What else do they have? Adidas too? She would look good with Converse. Shoe Carnival, a surprise in store.
At Firehouse Subs, subs are hot, hearty, and extraordinary. Every sub helps provide life-saving equipment for first responders. Nice, draws a life, Lisa. So more people eating at Firehouse Subs means more life-saving equipment donated to first responders. If you're gonna have a sub, have one that makes a difference. How's that taste, Jim? Introducing $4.99 choice subs. Choose from a medium turkey, ham, or roast beef. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives.
When news happens, you want it when you want it and where you want it. And 14 News has made that easier now with our free channel on Roku. all of the day's big stories.
We start with an Evansville chase that ended with a car crashing into a garage.
With live coverage
Evan Corbett joins us now live with video you'll only see here on 14 News.
from more places.
Live in Jasper, live in Gibson County, live in Madisonville.
Get the 14 News channel now free on Roku.
Orthopedic Associates is an outstanding group of professional physicians. I had a wonderful, wonderful doctor, wonderful nurses, wonderful therapists.
They remember your name and treat you like family.
I'm totally thrilled with the results.
I honestly never thought that this would be this good. I'm really happy with it. And I do advise people to come here because now I do things that I couldn't do 10 years ago.
We live in a right now, on-demand world. That's why Deaconess puts fast, convenient health care at your fingertips. Make an appointment online for the immediate care you need, anytime, anywhere. You can even choose a live video consult with a Deaconess Clinic provider on your computer, tablet, or smartphone. Deaconess has the most options and locations for immediate care. Schedule now at deaconess.com. Only at Deaconess.
Evansville Thunderbolts hockey on SPHL Live on the Thunderbolts Radio Network in partnership with Fox Sports Evansville is presented by J. Alex Rain, DDS, the official team dentist of the Evansville Thunderbolts. By Rideout Transmission Repair, Evansville's oldest transmission specialists. And by Acceptance Home Mortgage, the official broadcast stream presenting partner of the Evansville Thunderbolts. It's a 2-1 lead for the Thunderbolts as the dog races round out down at ice level. One of the many parts of the Dogs Night Out and Paw Patrol Nickelodeon Night festivities. As always, a great time here at the Ford Center, and just under 4,000 is the number we're hearing here for tonight's game, and that's certainly what's been a loud crowd and a very energetic crowd, and a lot to cheer for. Fights, goals, big hits. Been a great game to watch so far, and a great game to call. Let's go and jump into the whole first period of play so far. Shots 11-7 for Quad City. Thunderbolts will score first. 8:40 in. Zane Jones with a bank shot. And board care from Tyler Brower. Heaton Holtz at 8:40, make it 1-0. Brower would score his first Thunderbolts goal from the far point, blasting it through Ryan Mulder. Bob Corson and Barnaby at 12:49. Now to make it 2-0. Quad City, a big response coming just a minute and 19 seconds later. 14:08. Vincent Beaudry on a cross-ice feed up the face-off from Taylor Price. Dina Curra getting the secondary assist. That makes it 14:08. So Zane Jones getting the goal. That, I believe, was his 7th of the season. Brower with his first goal of the season. And Vincent Beaudry with, I believe, his 10th goal or 11th goal of the season. Can verify 11th goal of the season for Beaudry. And for Jones, 7th indeed. The goaltenders right now, Brian Billett in net, stopping 10 of 11 so far. Ryan Mulder, 5 for 7 in the net for the Quad City Storm. You're tuned into the Shoot Carnival Intermission Report. Once again, let's go and check other SPHL scores presented by the Edge Body Boot Camp. 3 other games underway. Pensacola and Peoria get underway in a few moments. We have some good news for both Evansville and Quad City fans to report, and that is that Fayetteville has defeated Roanoke by a 2-1 score in regulation. So that drops the threshold to make the playoffs 62 points, meaning the Thunderbolts now need 10 points, no more than 10 points to clinch the playoffs. And again, every point that Quad City can get and every break they can get, they will take. No outs. Stubbs scoring for Roanoke on the power play from Austin Doe and Nate O'Brien at 3:22 to make it 1-0. Brian Bowen tying it up at 18-11 unassisted. In the third period with 8:14 to go, Shane Bednar put the marksman on the top. Nicholas H. Max Cook would get the assists. And a bit of a incident at the end with 20 minutes at the 20-minute mark of the third period between Jake Schultz and Travis Armstrong getting misconduct penalties for Roanoke, and Max Cook, Travis Jake for the marksman. And Brantley Sherwood also getting an abusive officials penalty towards that end of time as well. The goaltenders, Blake Whitehall, 36 saves on the night. Very good performance, and save for Austin Rodebush, 28 saves off 30 shots. The other 2 games in progress, Knoxville, Huntsville, no score after 1 period of play. Huntsville 16-8 shot advantage over the Ice Bears. And the penalties to Palmerville for Knoxville, Brandrup and Kaiser for the Huntsville Havoc, but again, no score. The goaltenders are Joseph Berdaka, the busier of the two, with 16 shots against. Max Milesek for Huntsville had to stop 8 in the first period of play. Macon, Birmingham. It would help Quad City out if Macon would also lose. But again, I think the big thing for Quad City is if Macon and Birmingham just don't go to overtime. That way only 2 points go out either way Two teams that are in the mix with Quad City. Again, no score. That is early second period of play. Birmingham with a power play that did not convert. The goaltenders are Michael Stilianis for the Mayhem, Art Bry for the Birmingham Bulls. Shots are 10-9 in favor of the Bulls. Close one there early. In the Federal Hockey League, a final score, Danbury 4-2 in Columbus. Third period of play, Port Huron leads 6-3 in Montour. Delaware 4-0 lead against Battle Creek. Carolina has a 6-3 lead in Watertown in the seconds. In the ECHL we go. Final score, Indy 4-3 win over Greenville. Third period of play, Florida leads Jacksonville 4-1. Newfoundland trails to Orlando 3-1. Reading 4-2 lead in Adirondack. Cincinnati Cyclones 4-1 lead in Wheeling. South Carolina 2-1 lead in Worcester. End of two periods, Atlanta 4-0 over Norfolk. Toledo down 4-2 to the Fort Wayne Comets. Kalamazoo 1-0 lead in Kansas City. And the second period of play, Wichita 1-0 lead in Allen. And games yet to get underway, and getting underway in a few minutes. Rapid City taking on Tulsa, and Idaho taking on the Utah Grizzlies. In the American Hockey League we go. We start with some final scores in the American Hockey League, as we start with Belleville 4-1 in Cleveland today. Chicago falls in overtime in the Manitoba Moose 3-2. Binghamton 5-4 win over the Toronto Marlies. San Diego goes with a 4-3 overtime win in San Jose. Third period scores, Hartford 2-1 lead in Bridgeport against the South Tigers in the Connecticut State rivalry. Laval 5-1 lead in Utica. Rochester and Syracuse are tied at 2. Hershey 5-1 lead over the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. Charlotte Checkers 3-0 lead in the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. Providence Bruins, Evansville Thunderbolts are tied at 1. Second period, Texas trails 2-1, but just getting on the board. Grand Rapids leads 2-1. And by the way, Syracuse has just taken a 3-2 lead against Rochester in the third period of play. First period, no score between the Iowa Wild and Stockton Heat. And yet to get underway, and getting underway in a few minutes, the Ontario Reign take on Bakersfield. Colorado takes on the Milwaukee Admirals. And now to the National Hockey League. Busy night as always on a Saturday night in the National Hockey League. As Chicago gets the win in a shootout in Florida, Jonathan Taves, Cagiola get the regulation goals for Chicago. Hoffman and Mike Matheson scoring for the Panthers. Matheson's goal tying it late in the third period that gives the Panthers a much-needed point. Colorado 2-0 lead in Nashville against the Predators in the third period. Gabriel Landeskog and Martin Kaut have the goals for Colorado. Detroit, Ottawa tied at 2, third period of play. Nielsen Larkin scoring for the Wings, Anisimov and Sabarin for the Ottawa Senators. Canucks Maple Leafs 3-2 Toronto Maple Leafs. Early third period of play, Martin Pearson scoring for Vancouver. Gauthier and Matthews and Marty Marici have given the Maple Leafs a 3-2 lead. That goal 18 seconds into the third period. Montreal has taken a 3-2 lead against Carolina. Early third period of play, Hayden Fleury and Joel Edmondson scoring for the Hurricanes. Dano, Max Domi, and Brendan Gallagher scoring for the Canadiens. Buffalo Sabres, Arizona Coyotes are tied at 2 in the second. Marcus Johansson and Jeff Skinner scoring for the Sabres. Osterley scoring for the Coyotes. Dallas and St. Louis 1-1 just down I-64. At the Enterprise Center, second period of play, Tyler Sagan for the Dallas Stars, David Perron for the St. Louis Blues. Game's getting underway in about an hour. The Edmonton Oilers take on the Winnipeg Jets. The San Jose Sharks take on Patrick Marleau and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Final scores from earlier, the Boston Bruins a 4-0 shutout in New York against the Islanders. Tuukka Rask gets the shutout victory. Pasternak, Grzelcyk, Brad Marchand, Charlie McAvoy had the Bruins goals. LA Kings with a 2-1 overtime win at home against the New Jersey Devils. Again, a rematch of the 2012 Stanley Cup Finals. Jesper Bratt scoring for the Devils. Brown and Kempe scoring for the Kings, with Kempe being the winner. And Tampa Bay, 4-3 win over the Calgary Flames. Mangiapane, Elias Lindholm, Sean Monahan for the Flames. Johnson, Palat, Yanni Gordon, Alex Killorn scoring for the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's a 2-1 lead here for the Thunderbolts, and we're going to go back to timeout. We'll be back with SPHL Live exclusive video highlights coming up next. The Thunderbolts in front 2-1. We'll see you again in a few minutes.
Septic and drain problems can hit your home or business at any time. That's why Joe Beard & Sons Corp. is here for you 24/7. That's right, no matter when your drains clog or your grease traps back up, even if it's 2 in the morning. Emergency services are just a phone call away. We've been serving the community for over 65 years and have built a reputation of superior service at affordable rates. Put our experience to work for you and call today, 812-423-6616.
Did you hear that?
No, I don't hear anything.
I guess there was nothing.
we've got termites.
See, I told you we should have called SWAT Pest.
Got termites? Are you sure? If not, call the award-winning team at SWAT Pest. They're the professionals in helping create a safe environment where we work, live, and play.
Leave the face painting to the pros. A lot of fun for you, too, is your one-stop shop for face painting, balloon art, clowns and entertainment, and so much more. Contact Donna Shaner for your next party, outing, or event.
It's always a 3-day weekend at Golden Corral, featuring Fish Fry Fridays, Prime Rib Saturdays, and Carvery Sundays. 3 premium nights all year long. You can't beat 3-day weekends at Golden Corral, the only one for everyone.
Herb brined, fresh baked, and handcrafted with 100% clean ingredients. Just a few good reasons to give in to your cravings. Now delivering. Panera. Food as it should be.
For excitement and glee, there's a new family. It's time to meet the sevens from the Hoosier Lottery.
The 7 Scratch-Offs. One fun family, 4 unique tickets, tons of great prizes. Only from the Hoosier Lottery. Imagine that. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
This is where real fans sit. Up here, it's all about the camaraderie, the bond you build within your section. You can see it all, literally, like the game in the next county over, and my house in L.A., and the curvature of the earth. The oxygen may be light, but to those in Section 532, we say we get it. And like you, Courtyard is all about the game. Pretty sure that's Canada.
That's Mexico.
The new Harmony Inn offers a rejuvenating environment to relax and get away from it all. Looking for a lush environment to have your meeting? We offer group specials for any budget. The Red Geranium Restaurant is the perfect venue for all your parties. Close to home, but far from ordinary. Choose the New Harmony Inn Resort, located in historic New Harmony, Indiana, for your perfect romantic getaway, wedding, group conference, or event. Let us help you plan to the last detail. Make your reservation now at the New Harmony Inn. For more information, visit newharmonyinn.com today.
This is an ethane molecule. It's made up of tiny carbon and hydrogen atoms. Amazing things are possible when you cause a reaction and change the molecular structure by adding heat, pressure, and maybe a catalyst. Because you get materials that can be used to make things like medical supplies that are advancing healthcare, food packaging to keep food fresh longer, lighter vehicles so they go further and use less fuel. Combine it with some more materials, and the sky's the limit. Working with these molecules, the men and women of LyondellBasell are advancing a world of possibilities. LyondellBasell, advancing possible.
Character lives in the little things, in the details everyone else overlooks. The choices you make when no one is watching. Why would banking be any different? Every day at Old National Bank, financial expertise, volunteerism, and passion for client service intertwine to make our communities better. That's our purpose as a community bank. Learn more about what we do and why at oldnational.com/real purpose. Old National Bank, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
Lewis Black, It Gets Better Every Day Tour.
And for those cynics who don't think it gets better every day, well, I'm coming to your town with a new show, and it doesn't get any better than that.
April 19th, 7 p.m., Victory Theater. Tickets are on sale now at Ford Center Ticket Office or Ticketmaster. Lewis Black, It Gets Better Every Day Tour.
Lewis Black reminding you, I'll see you in April.
Lauren Daigle, World Tour, the soulful and powerful voice. Friday, March 13th at Ford Center. With special guest Johnny Swim. Critics everywhere rave about her passionate performances. Rolling Stone hails the two-time Grammy winner as exceptional. Lauren Daigle World Tour. Tickets on sale now at laurendaigle.com. Produced by AEG Presents.
It's a 2-1 Evansville lead, 20 minutes in the books here at the Ford Center. I'm Ty Pecoraro. Glad y'all can make it out tonight. How about those dog races? Let's go and take a look at some of the highlights from the first period of play. Lots of goals, lots of hits, and we even saw a fight too. Big hit there by Zane Jones, taking out one of the Storm players there. And we see the first goal. How about that for a bank shot? Zane Jones scoring 7th of the season. That goal from Brower and Holton to make it a 1-0 Evansville lead. Thunderbolts following up shortly thereafter, but here's another big hit there by D'Amico Hinu. And here's his second goal. Tyler Brower, his first goal as an Evansville Thunderbolt, makes it 2-0. That goal from Corson in Barnaby, as he has a goal and an assist. Brian Bill making some big saves in the Evansville net. Nearly a chance here for the Storm, but they do find a way to convert. Vincent Beaudry scoring from Price and Yakura. That makes it a 2-1 game. That is all for the first period of play. We'll see you for the second period in a few minutes.
Back in 1919, a small printing company named Greenwood Chisholm set up shop in a modest building in Owensboro, Kentucky. Greenwood Chisholm has come a long way since then. We've grown from a local printer into a tri-state company doing custom media manufacturing on a national level. With the latest green printing technologies, we are capable of producing any print work that you might need. From catalogs to postcards, booklets to variable data projects, whether on our state-of-the-art Heidelberg presses or with new digital technologies. If you need your logo on anything else, such as clothing, banners, pins, or magnets, we can do that too. And don't forget our complete mailing and fulfillment services. One thing that has never changed throughout the years, commitment to quality, customer service, and pride in our work. Those standards are the same now as they were when Greenwood Chisholm opened its doors.
If you had a mission to protect the things that are most important, where would you start? Probably at home. Keeping what you eat, drink, and put on your body safe. Ensuring that the products that make your home cleaner and your family happier are easy to use and deliver what they promised. Then you would help others. Going to hospitals, healthcare facilities, and pharmacies around the world to help protect the medications healthcare professionals use to save their patients. All while keeping both patients and doctors safe while they work. Then you would look bigger, to where and how we live, helping to keep our buildings and transportation safe for those who use it, and improving the way we farm and grow the foods that feed us all. This is our mission at Berry. And to accomplish this, we partner with our suppliers, our communities, and the world's leading and emerging brands to protect all of our products, our health, and the way we live, so that we all may have a better tomorrow.
Out of strawberry, you should move along, sir.
Bud Light Seltzer Call Center and Bar. You got Coach on the line. Tell me, friend, do you like Bud Light? Well, this is also from Bud Light, but it's seltzer this time. Spectacular taste. Can you drink it at a tailgate? It's from Bud Light, ain't it? Now I want you to call up all your friends, go to that bar, and order yourself a Bud Light Seltzer.
Bud Light Seltzer, unquestionably good.
Welcome back as we get set to go for period number 2 here at the Ford Center. The Thunderbolts in front by a 2-1 score. Tommy Pecoraro with you once again. A shots on goal, 11-7 in favor of the Quad City Storm. And up through one period of play. Thunderbolts 9-0-1 this year, went trailing after 1. Quad City 2-8-2. A lot of hockey to be played. We'll see how both sides respond. Quad City, one of the best parts of last night's game was in the first 6 minutes of the second period. They scored 2 goals, both by Greg Burmaster. And that put the Storm in front, but right now they trail by a 2-1 score. This one played down to Brian Beltsen, who will play it himself around the far side, but taken by the Storm. To the Price, to the middle, poked away by Barnaby. Far point, Harris moves up. Worked free by Hanu, worked out by Corson. Price had it, and he lost it. Here comes Corson's got a chance. He shoots and a save by Mulder. Big save by Ryan Mulder to start things out after a big hiccup at the Evansville line by the Storm. Harris moves it along, back in comes Quad City. Yakura for a handoff and a save by Brian Billets. That was off of Price. Corson takeaway. Up ice, but poked away from Barnaby by Junior Harris. Gloved back into the zone to lay offside. Thunderbolts go back for it. On the attack, those Price against Kyle Thacker. Those two go down. Lubin on the puck. He's checked on by Seacos, but handed off for Thacker, who got back up. Corson now. A busy 50 seconds already. Hanoun across the Quad City line. Handing off. Barnaby back down low. Hanoun behind the net. Try to spin it off. Corson behind the net again. Near side Hanoun. This handoff was banked along and taken away by Kramer. And now back to the way Scully looking for Burmaster coming up ice. They'll bank it down instead. On a dump in, taken back by Helms. This one up the near glass and down. Here's a lead for Barnaby. He's got a breakaway. Matthew Barnaby. Save again by Ryan Mulder. Two big saves by Mulder in the opening minute and a half. Remember those saves for Ryan Mulder. The Thunderbolts getting some great chances. And the Storm catching himself in a little bit of trouble here. But Mulder bailing them out. Butler to move this one along. This one will go down ice. Ryan Devine going back for it. This will not be an icing. Devine plays it around. This one stolen away. Plevy had that pass blocked by Kramer. Gets his own rebound. Near point. Sent to the front. And that one just wide in the redirect by Ferraro. Fries and Selleff go in. Far side corner. Ferraro looking for the puck. Ferraro with a steal. Howard poked away as he could have handled the pass. And now back up is Gull and along by Klutcha. Into the Evansville zone. Back for it. Sutliff against Gull. Work to the near side. Plevy. Handing off in time ahead of Klutcha's check. To the line held in. Chance for Klutcha. Moving in. He was knocked down on a clean check by Helms and couldn't get the shot away. Good job by Brian Helms. And this one is clear to center. Stephen Gull works this one back to Kristaps Stephenus and now up to Ryan Devine. Played it back to his defensive partner. Now to the far side and off the stick of Yakura. Couldn't handle the pass. Thunderbolts on the regroup. Braden Helms. Vice glove down the red line by Ryan Devine. Here they come on side Quad City. Devine to the outside. Gets around one man. Play to the front, but missing the recipient and Stephen Gull. Up ice to the way. St. Jones had the opening goal. This one deflected away, taken back by Quad City. Taylor Price set up the Quad City goal. Price with a big check. Takes down a man. That was Hayden Holton in a hard, clean check. Vincent Beaudry across the Evansville line. Far wing side against Helms. Holds over the half ball. Played it back to the point. Harris's shot deflects away by Holton. Occur on the near side of the net. Doesn't have enough room to bank it in. Taken back out by Evansville. Jones. This one misses Zykov. Will get back to it in front of his own bench. Carries up the far boards against Harris. Lost control. Harris steals it. Tries to bank it out. Can't. Zane Jones. Back to the corner for Zykov. And St. Jones passed just a split second behind him. Out the other way is Beaudry. With numbers, Quad City enters. Beaudry missed it wide, short side. Zykov the other way. Across the Quad City line to the middle. Hands off, far circle. Shot saved by Mulder. That was off Hayden Holton. Back to the way. Burmaster, nice poke, but this one's out of play. Look out. And Fang caught it. Luckily there, and everyone's okay down below us, but it was a deflection, so no penalty in the play. But a good block there, as that was a nice looking pass. 16:25 to go, second period of play. Chances both sides. Thunderbolts with 3 shots, including 2 breakaway chances. Ryan Mulder coming up big early. 1 shot so far for Quad City. Center ice face-off, one back by Seacos. Kramer hands it off. Silva up the far side. Bennett had trouble with it. Barnaby trying to roll it away. Corson trying to poke it free to the point. Held in. Here's Hanoun. Hannibal lost it. Quad City could have a 3-on-2. Seacos going to handle the puck. Thunderbolts touch back up. Bennett up ice. Plays to the end boards. Catches up to it. And off Seacos moving down low. He is checked off by Hanoun. Taken by Butler. Very strong start for Evansville. Here in the second period of play, but it's still 2-1. Here comes Seacos back in. Has a man in the middle. Finds Bennett. Back against him is Butler. Bennett had that one poked back to center. Good defensive play by Tanner Butler. Going back is Ryan Devine. Handed off for Ricky Kramer. Gets it right back from him. Starts up the far wing side. Across the Evansville line. Goes to the outside against Butler to the corner. Banks around. Go. Low to high pass to the point. Klutcha. Handoff near point. Kramer. Moves up the wall. Back into the corner off the stick of Gull. Behind the net, Tanner Butler with the takeaway from Devine. Up the near side for Barnaby. And he will clear to center. His pass to Corson. Gets around the defender. Here he comes on Mulder. Corson is stopped by Mulder. Puck was still loose, but the defenseman got there in time. A third great save on a breakaway by Ryan Mulder. Now we get something going. in the near side corner, and here we go. Corson was knocked down. We got a fight. Ryan Devine and Noah Corson in the middle of the fray. And Devine's got those left hands going. These are two tough guys, Corson and Devine. Devine with a big size advantage. Corson in some trouble. And they're going to break it up here. Well, Devine won the fight, that's for sure, but Corson held in well. And there's Brandon Esselstein. He's ready for a challenge. Lies and makes nothing happens. There we see the altercation. That got ugly very quickly. Well, we'll see what penalties get doled out here, and luckily didn't look like Devine was able to land any big shots. Devine got the head start in that fight. 4:51 gone here in the second period. Penalties. Ryan Devine in the box for Quad City will take off his jersey to reorganize his gear. All starting when Corson was hitting the near side corner, then everyone moves in. All it takes is a spark to send up this powder keg. And we had quite the spark there. Once again, still a 2-1 Evansville lead as Corson went down the towel, gets some quick looking at, and he's back on the bench. And he should be making his way to the penalty box in a moment. And Corson, who was bloodied up last night, came out of the wound, reopened up. And he will hold a conversation with Devine from the penalty boxes. This one is not over. Second fight of the game. This time Corson and Devine should be fine for fighting at 4:51 each. And up, Corson's not done yet. And continues his play, continues conversation between those two, continues, and here comes Taylor Price of Price. Price, he shoots, that one's off the end glass. Devine and Corson continue the heated conversation from the penalty boxes. And luckily there's that timekeeper's box in between. As you know, those two want to get back at each other. And perhaps before this period is done, offside Quad City. 5:10 gone here in the first period of play. Nastiness aplenty in this one. We'll be back in a moment.
La Quinta presents How to Win at Business. Step 1. Suck on and point decisively with the arm of your glasses. It is no longer eyewear. It is your wand of business wizardry. Abracadabra. You've just gone from invisible to invincible. Step 2. Before your meeting, choose La Quinta, the only hotel where you can redeem loyalty points for a free night instantly, so you can prepare to win at business. Book now at lq.com.
14:50 to go. Again, left to go in the second period, and definitely watch for Devine and Noah Corson when their 5-minute majors are up. As those two were having quite the heated conversation off camera down the penalty boxes as play continued. Down at ice level, they each got 5 for punting at 4:51, so with 10:09 to go, first whistle afterward, they'll be eligible to return, and they'll both be on the ice again. That is for certain. Lots of willing combatants among these two teams. Good old-time hockey here at the Ford Center in front of a large crowd of just under 4,000. Face-off coming up from the Evansville penalty boxes, but I believe the referee, J.R. Straight, went over to make sure he had some words with both players in the boxes to settle things down. And also get a quick drink of water. They go ahead to drop the puck. Shots on goal here in this period. Thunderbolts with 4, Quad City with 1. Here's a move on goal, a save by Mulder. Oh, the backhand, I believe that was Ferraro or Sullett. Back to the way comes Quad City, 2-on-2. For the center man, that pass blocked by Brower. Good defensive play there by Brower. Here's Price again, moving to the middle. He shoots, saved by Brian Bilt. There's a rebound. Beautry can't shoot it. Penalties upcoming. Not sure what's on. It's on Evansville. Touched up, and we'll get the call. And Quad City will go back on the power play for a third time tonight. It'll be a tripping call. And the 5:34 mark. Quad City 0 for 2 tonight. One shot on each power play they handle to be Brower to the box for tripping. As he will join Noah Corson in the Evansville penalty box, he'll have a much shorter stay. And And Quad City getting another chance to tie things up here. It'll be Hanoun coming out for Evansville with Butler, Aiden Holton, and Braden Helms. Quad City with Gall, Burmaster, Price, Harrison, Kramer. Time of the penalty again, 5:34. Brower for tripping. Third power play for the Storm is underway. This one's taken by Hanoun and cleared. Bounced on Mulder. Will stop it down about 10 to 15 feet from his nets. Kramer off the handoff, banks it back to Harris. Quad City starting back up from their own zone. Burmaster, far wall Price. Gains the zone just barely. Handed off Gall. Back up the boards. To the corner, intercepted by Butler. Can't clear. Good block by Gall, who is pinching the boards. Harris back down into the corner. Taylor Price spins it back low to high. Harris in the mid slots. Hands it off. Here comes a shot deflected. Saved by Billet. Where is it? It's covered up by Brian Billet as Burmaster was sniffing at the front of the nets. And there's the first shot of the power play. 6:08 gone in the period and 1:26 to go. And the penalty to Tyler Brower. Again, some good news for both of these teams as Roanoke losing in regulation tonight to Fayetteville 2-1. That takes off 2 points needed to clinch the playoffs for both of these teams. Evansville trying to make the playoffs for the first time in 2 years, and Quad City looking to get back in the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. Evansville and Quad City were the two teams outside looking in last year. Joe Silva from the points. Far side, Yakura winds up, save! And not sure if that may have been blocked by someone in front, but it was very close. Silva. Connor Fries. Joe Silva again. Cross for Yakura. Back to Silva, center point, near circle Fries. Fries pass blocked by Thacker, rolled to the net, and that one is definitely stopped by Brian Billet. Minute 3 to go on the power play, near point Joe Silva. Lays it across for Dean Yakura. Back to Silva, center point. And up again for Yakura. Far circle back to Silva. Two Stormman players in front. This one deflects one up Seacoast. Lubin checks him up the puck. Fletcher takes it and passes it back up to the near point. Joe Silva is there. Handing off again Yakura. Moving at the far side, circles back. Silva again. Power play quarterback. Here's Price. One timer. Save. It was blocked in front. Taken and cleared by Plevey. 3 shots in the power play 30 seconds ago. Both sides changes. Mulder hands off. Burmaster back on with Price. Harrison Gall. Thunderbolts with Holton. Hanoun. Elms and Butler. Up ice comes Price. Across the line. Try to feed Burmaster. Hanoun canceled out. Silva goes off for a change. On comes Kramer. 15 seconds to go in the power play. Harris near point. Across for Kramer. To the far circle. Try to deflect it in front. Burmaster can't shoot it. Crowded upon. Helms ties up Price back to the far corner. Worked free by Helms. This will go back low to high. Intercepted Kramer near circle. Goal back to center for Harris. Near man in front. Burmaster can't shoot it. Taken by Holton. This one is cleared. And this will be an icing. The power play expired. It is an icing on Evansville. 3 shots in the power play for Quad City coming close. Good shot blocking in front. Good form by the Storm on the power play, but they just can't find the back of the net there. There remains a 2-1 Evansville lead with 12:17 to go in the second period of play. And again, both Devine and Corson, the two players to watch out of the penalty boxes, have about 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go in their fighting majors. And I bet a $2 bill that those two are going to go again tonight. The 2:22s for the faceoff. Seacoast and Holton. It's Seacoast winning it. Shot by Silva. Glove saved by Brian Billet through a crowd. Updated shots on goal here in the period with 12:13 to go. Quad City now with 5 in the period, and Evansville as well with 5. Shots on goal in the game, 16-12 for Quad City. It'll be Seacoast again, but Thunderbolts change. Out comes Selif, Ferraro, and Plevey. So I believe Selif will take the face-off. Or rather, it'll be Ferraro. Off the draw, tie-up. Bennett worked it free. Selif stays with him. Moves along to Bennett. Far side. Quick shot blocked. And again by Butler. Taken by Scully in the far circle. Worked free. Taken back by Scully and played it back down low for Seacoast. Quad City's forecheck going to work. Elms against him. Try to poke it in front. It's in the crease and covered up by Bill. And now we got Butler and Scully mixing up here in the goal crease. And Seacoast and Helms in the far corner. Linesmen are focused on those two. Scully and Butler still doing their dance. Those two hold a conversation. Quick reminder, Thunderbolts fans looking for a unique away game viewing experience can find one at Thunderbolts official away game watch parties presented by Bud Light. The next scheduled watch party will be on March 20th at the Courtyard by Marriott on Evansville's east side. That'll be Friday the 20th at 6:30 p.m. as the Thunderbolts head to Roanoke to take on the Rail Yard Dogs. 8:07 gone, second period, face-off, left side of Brian Biltz. Off the draw, it's Asselstein taking it, not clearing. Kept in by Harris. Back down low. Clutch and Asselstein coming together again. Gall to the end boards. Against Hayden Holton. Gall trying to find it. Goes around the net. That wraparound may have been blocked there, and that one goes out of the zone. Nope, held in, but now taken out by Zykov. Here comes Holton of ice. Far side, muscled off by Connor Fries. This one to the line and outs. Kyle Thacker, now Zykov, front of his own bench. Holds his own and now places one back in on the dump in. Quad City takes control. Harris. Connor Fries off the stick of Gall. Gall takes it up. Far wing side. Clutcha across the line. This one on goal. Patted away by Bill to the near side. Back out comes Hanoun with Zykov up the far board. Near side boards against Nemenis. Gets around Nemenis. Played to the front, but no one is there. And Clutcha will clear back to center. Good entry there for D'Amico Hanoun. 9 minutes gone now in the second period. Still 2-1 lead for Evansville. This one deflected down from the blue line, so no icing. Mulder sets it to the near side. 3 Thunderbolts there. It's taken by Hanoun. Has a man in the middle. Hanoun will hand off down low, however. And this is taken by Sam Williams. This one pinballed back to the inboards. Hanoun and Yakura are there. So is Barnaby. Williams far side. Turns it. That one off of Hanoun and wide. Back down low for Barnaby. Play to the front. Deflected just wide. Good job there by Kramer to stay with Sam Williams. Still battling down low. 10:25 to go. Penalty upcoming on Quad City as Yakura hooked down Hanoun. Hanoun takes the puck back, but taken away by Kramer. And we will get the penalty call on Yakura. This will be a tripping call on the Quad City captain. Thunderbolts will get their second power play. They're 0 for 1. This penalty at 9:41. And again, Devine and Corson still have another 11 seconds to go in their Fighting Majors. So Sullivan will come out with Ferraro, Plevy, Lubin. And it looks like Brayton Helms, Harris, Burmaster, Sikos, and Silva for the Quad City Storm. No shots in the last couple minutes, but both sides still have 5 shots on goal so far in this period. Ferraro and Sikos. Off the draw, it's Lubin from the points. Across. Far side back to Lubin from Helms. Near side for Plevy, down low. Low to high, Lubin. Quick shot, say Mulder. There's a rebound, but getting to it first was Silva. Far boards battle. Ferraro in there, as well as Helms against Burmaster and Price. This pass low to high, deflected away from a shot there. Ferraro can't tee it on goal. Plevy far corner, banked it back to the point for Helms. Now Lubin, center point. All 3 of his goals this year are on the power play. And one on Sunday against Birmingham. Here's Plevy, back down low. Play to the front end. Ferraro was tied up nicely by Silva, so no shot. This one all the way back down. 1 shot so far in the power play, 45 seconds gone. The man in the box once again is Dean Yakura. Now past the halfway point of this period in the game, still 2-1 Evansville. Off ice Helms, handing off. Across the line now they come. It's handed off now is Zykov. Near ringside, a trouble with the puck. Back out comes Stephen Gull. Taken back by the Thunderbolts in their own ends. Helms will start again. Up ice with 50 seconds to go on the power play. Across the line, Helms. Of the near side, blaze it around the inboards. It goes past Nemenis. Butler far points. Center point, Plevy. Knocked down by Gull on a clean play. This one worked for Sullivan. Nice pass to Butler on the near side. Cross ice again. Here's a shot that was blocked off of Helms by Kramer. 30 seconds to go on the power play. This one is out of the zone again. Plevy back in across the line with 20 to go. Plevy far side, trying to set up a man. St. Jones can't shoot it. Goes back to the wall for Hanoun. Looks for a man in front. To the point it goes. Butler wind up. St. Mulder. Rebound stopped as well off Zykov. Neiman is getting the stick in there. No call. 3 seconds to go. Power play coming to an end momentarily. The attack continues out of the boxes. Yakura. Here's a chance. He shoots. St. Mulder. And no rebound off of D'Amico Hanoun. And we will get a timeout. Big penalty kill for the Quad City Storm. 2-1 Evansville to score. And we'll see what comes up next.
Beautiful, spacious skies, purple mountain, and amber waves. For more than 70 years, Shelter Insurance has protected families as they've lived, laughed, and loved all of life's beauty. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see David Cordray in Princeton or Rick Koberstein in Evansville.
8:15 to go, second period of play. No one has scored yet this period. Both sides unable to connect on their power play chances. Thunderbolts had 3 shots on the last advantage, 2 late, including a save and a rebound stopped off of Stan Zykov. That'll give Evansville a shot advantage here in the period of 7-5. The face-off remains in the Quad City zone. Off the stop from Hanoun. Devine and Corson are both done with their 5-minute majors. And both players are on their respective benches for the time being. And actually now Corson will come out and head back on the bench. Again, we've been a watch. I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of the physical stuff as this one goes along. And you know the fans love it. It's fun to call as long as no one gets seriously hurt. Off the draw, shot saved by Mulder off the long-range wrister by Tanner Butler through traffic. And I'll take another 4 seconds off the clock here. And the face-off again, the right side of Ryan Mulder. And that ties the shot count of the game at 16. Holton and Seikos. Those two have dueled quite often in this game in the face-off dots. This time it's won by Seikos. Mass collision at the circle dot. Everyone gets back up. Holton far wall on the puck. Tied up by Seikos. Holton trying to escape his grasp. Does for a moment. Holton finds the puck. Trying to play it in front. Good block by Kramer as Zane Jones was in front. Here's a turnaround by Williams that goes wide. Kramer and Holton. Now Sam Williams back down low. Zane Jones holding off against Tommy Seikos. Those two go down. And now collision on the near side. Sam Williams against Joe Silva. This is Holton again the near side. This line grinding away. This one across. That one's deflected. Silva finds the puck. Around the near side boards. This will be out of the zone. Shane Bennett. Kramer up ice. Seikos. Played down ice by the Storm. That was by Greg Burmaster. Bill sets it aside as the Storm change. 7:20 to go here in the second period of play. And this is Braden Helms on the puck. Tanner Butler. Cross for Corson. Devine as well back on the ice. And those two match up. Corson goes in net. Lost control of the pass. Penalty upcoming and appears to be on Quad City. And let's see who it's on here. This penalty upcoming at the 13-minute mark. I believe it's on the Quad City Storm. And heading that way is Junior Harris. And Dean Yakura. It'll be both. Head contact is a call. It will be Junior Harris. Head contact at the 13-minute mark. Evansville will get a third power play chance. They're 0 for 2. Barney Corson, Zykov. Butler and Helms for the Thunderbolts. It'll be Devine, Price, Yakura, and Seikos, or rather Neimanis, not Seikos, for the Storm. Right side of Mulder to restart the faceoff. Restarting the power play, and the Thunderbolts control up the draw. Play to the end boards, and Devine will take possession. Around the near side it goes. This one is out of the zone and down. Good start to the penalty kill again for Quad City. Their penalty kill has looked relatively good tonight. Helms up for Corson, far side. As Barmy and Zykov with him. Corson to the far wing side. Spins away from the corner. Back to the point for Braden Helms. From the point. Hands off again to Corson on the far wall. Looks over his options. Gets it back to Helms. Near side. Butler fakes the shot. Gets it back to Helms. Corson far circle. He shoots. Saved by Mulder with the glove. And no rebound there. And that'll give the Thunderbolts the shot lead in the game 17-16. And the shot lead in the game of the period of 10-5. One shot on this power play, 37 seconds elapsed. Thunderbolts change up the line. Ferraro, Plavy, Selleff back out. Lubin and Hanoun as well for the Thunderbolts as Burmaster stays out now with Kramer and Seikos for real this time, and Joe Sova. Long discussion before the puck is even dropped. Now it is Thunderbolts control. Lubin from the points. Now to Hanoun off the handoff. Going to the net front is Selleff. And Selleff now in the near far corner and gets it back to Hanoun. Cross ice, Plavy near side. 3 assists last night, looking to get on the scoreboard so far tonight. Points in 13 straight games. There's Plavy in the near corner. To the net front, Say Muller as he kicks it out, and this one's cleared. And in front, I believe, is Mike Ferraro. 55 seconds to go on the penalty to Junior Harris. This is taken by Lubin. Across the line, far wing side, Plavy. Looking for the man in front, doesn't find it. Selleff in the far corner. This one off the side of the net, and this one is cleared again off a fortunate bounce for Joe Sova. 37 seconds to go now on the power play. Still 2 shots on goal, the advantage. Evansville has enough time for 1 or 2 more rushes. Quad City changes up. Gall, Devine, Numenis, and Fries. This one to the mid slot and cleared again by Quad City. Thunderbolts fail to get established. 20 seconds to go. Lubin back for it. He'll start up. Enough time for 1 more rush with 10 seconds to go in the power play. This one worked away from Ferraro on the pass across. Good work there. I believe Stephen Gall got in the way, and this will do it for the power play. 2 shots on goal in this one. And Harris will come out. Thunderbolts 0 for 3 tonight. 5 minutes to go in the second period. Still 2 in Evansville lead. Some big penalty kills and some big saves this period from Ryan Mulder. This one is a turnover in the Evansville zone, but it's back to center. Barnaby takes it right back with Zykov across the Storm line. Barnaby trying to go to the outside, lost control of the puck. Far side taken back by Taylor Price. Through the neutral zone, gains the Evansville line. 3 Thunderbolts back. Price shoots, that goes wide. Butler handing off, Helms up the near side. And moving up is Corson against Ryan Devine. Corson with a steal, handing up Barnaby for Corson. And did he score? No! Mulder with another big save. My goodness, has Mulder been having a period. 4:22 to go here in the second period of play. The Thunderbolts still with a 2-1 lead, but nothing more thanks to Ryan Mulder.
Wings, cheering for chicken fingers, or betting that there's plenty of extra sauce. Nothing goes better with tailgating than the fresh, made-to-order flavor of Zaxby's. And never miss a moment of action. Order ahead on Zaxby's.com or use our app to skip the wait and get your flavor when you want it. Zaxby's, the official chicken of sports fans.
The moon is good on the Storm bench. Dakota Klutcha and Connor Fries on the kiss cam. 4:22 to go, and I bet they could kiss their goaltender right now, Ryan Mulder. 12 shots against, including 3 breakaways, and Mulder has stopped them all. Because of that, the Storm are still within 1 goal. 4:22 to go here in the second period. Once again, 12 shots this period for Evansville and only 5 for the Storm. Thunderbolts pouring it on, but again, Mulder having himself quite a second period here. Holton will take the draw against Seikos to his right side, Ryan Mulder. Off the draw, it's taken by Seikos. And moved along, but not out of the zone by Kramer. Butler couldn't shoot it. Taken, here's a shot though, save. Rebound loose. Open net, and I will get the shot away with Zane Jones. As Mulder was down and out for a moment. Burmaster trying to tip it out, can't do it, but Seikos takes it. He is checked hard on the play. And the puck taken by Evansville. Here's a shot out of play off of Junior Harris. Zane Jones is known for his great body checking ability. And he threw a hard check on the far boards there. 3:59 to go now, as sides will change again. And Fry's line right back out there with Silva and Devine. Clutch on goal. Selleff, Plavy, and Ferraro, they had a good night last night. Unable to break through so far tonight. Hasselstein on offense. with Cal Thacker. This is Ferraro in the far corner. Spinning away from Connor Fries. Far corner sets up Fleming. He missed just wide on the far side. Hasselstein in the near boards. Played it back down low. Ferraro's there in the far corner. Heading off. Banks it back to the corner. Thacker now down low. That pass intercepted from Sullivan, center on the near boards. Gull trying to clear, he does. And carries up ice with Kletcher. However, Kletcher's ahead of the plates and offside. And then Hasselstein and Gull kept on going. Devine goes after Hasselstein. Little flyby check to the chest. Nothing serious, but certainly let him know it's more of a greeting than anything. And Devine definitely declaring his intention that he wants them. And they're both staying out here, and this could get interesting. Could we see a rematch? I think there's a good chance. These two at the very top of the fight card. Ryan Devine and Braden Hasselstein with 3:35 to go. They are ready to go. The puck is about to be dropped, and I'd say there's a high likelihood here we're going to see another scrap. And we don't. Not quite yet anyway. But Hasselstein throws a check on Joe Silva. And a couple players go after him. That's Kletcher. Hasselstein goes back to the play. And my goodness, whole lot of gasoline in one lit match not far away. Far corner in the Quad City zone. Play continuing. 3:12 to go. Devine still chatting with Hasselstein. No doubt trying to get a stoppage at play with a fight. Taken, however, by Evansville. This one to the net front, blocked off and taken by Stephen Gull. Off ice comes Quad City. Hasselstein against Gull. Gull into the middle, hands off Klutschak. Gloved up by Brian Billett. And nothing further. And that conversation continues after the whistle had gone, so we don't see it this time. I'm actually quite surprised. Both sides thought it was more worthy to try to incite the other opponent rather than drop the gloves first, as both sides were in a bit of a stalemate. But Devine will taunt the Thunderbolts bench for a moment, and he'll now go back to the bench with 2:56 to go in the period. Face off back in the Evansville zone. We have not seen the last of those two. Old-time hockey Saturday night special here at the Ford Center. Thunderbolts and Quad City Storm. It'll be Hanun and Yakura for the face-off left side of Brian Billett. This is taken and moved along, and now comes Corson with Barnaby 2-on-2 through the neutral zone. Here comes Lubin to make it a 3-on-2, and this shot goes wide by Corson. Near boards held in by Barnaby, flings it back to the near corner, but blocked off by Neimanis. Back up comes Quad City. Beaudry can enter the zone. Delay offside, Thunderbolts will take it back. Brandon Lubin against Beaudry, hints this one back, and now worked along to Barnaby. Barnaby to the far wing side that goes past Corson. Harris and Corson. Now taken by Hanun. Down low, Harris intercepts the pass. Around the near boards it goes. Kept in by Lubin in the near point. Now Corson. Trying to move to the middle. He does. To the far wing side. Can't find a lane. Trying to hand it off, but Price is right there to steal it. And out comes Quad City as Neiman is still holding on against Noah Corson. Here's a shot stick aside by Brian Billett. Those two still tied up in the Evansville zone as play, Quad City zone as play continues. It's back to center ice. And finally, those two separate. The puck is back at the Storm line. The stick of Neiman is still in the paraphernalia of Corson, and Corson will go back for a change without a stick. Officials liking the play here, and it's been some very entertaining hockey. 1:45 to go now in the period. Hanun throws a check on Neimanis. This is Sikos across the line with Scully. This one is well wide to the far wing side. Scully in a race to hold in. Silva does try to send it to the net. It's a weak shot that is stopped by Billett. 1:31 to go now. Thunderbolts fans looking for more intel on players, and occasionally head coach Jeff Best can get just that. Live recordings of Thunderbolts Live. The next Thunderbolts Live recording will be on March 10th at the Courtyard by Marriott on Evansville's east side. If you can't make it out, be sure to stay tuned to the Thunderbolts YouTube channel and Facebook to watch the show in its entirety, usually the next day. Face off left side of Bill. It's Holton and Kletcher this time. And there's a bit of a stoppage here as the officials go over to the Evansville bench for whatever reason and have a word with head coach Jeff Best. Dilly indeed. And now Holton looks like he's topped in Joe Silva. Hey, this has been some old-time hockey here at the Foreign Center between these two teams. Two teams that battle hard, compete hard, and leave everything out on the ice. The Quad City Storm and Evansville Thunderbolts, and two teams that have improved on last season's records. This season series has been as fun, if maybe perhaps even more fun than the Thunderbolts and Peoria series. It's been almost a three-sided war between Peoria, Quad City, and Evansville this year. Off the draw, here we go. We got a fight on the far side. Holton and Clutcha. Holton immediately firing with the right hands, and he takes Clutcha down. And this time we do get the deliverance. Relatively even fight, but Holton definitely got a vast amount of shots in. Clutcha and Holton will be done for the period. And the crowd loves it. Right-hand specials for both those players. And that'll be, I believe, our fourth fight of the night. Well, that is still our third fight of the night. There we see the right hands, uppercuts. Not sure how many connected, how many caught helmet, but Clutcha was the one that was knocked down the fray. Some blood on the ice as I believe Clutcha was cut in the face. As some blood is being scraped up by one of the linesmen down in the far face-off circle. Those are the two that took the face-off. Maybe Holton was jawing with Joe Silva before the puck was dropped, but maybe it was Clutcha. They wasted no time. So 5 minutes each were fighting at 18:32 of the second period of play. And be sure to stay tuned after the period comes to an end. After a brief commercial break, we'll have our Shoot Crown of Intermission report. And then our SPH Live exclusive video highlights. And this is a night that, if you don't have SPH Live, you sure wish you did, because there'll be some highlights for sure of those scraps. Now we get a fight, and this time it's Asselstein Devine at the top of the fight card. And this is a heavyweight tilt. Rematch from the last time. They faced off here at the Ford Center, and this time it's at the Quad City blue line. Right hands cocked and loaded. Asselstein gets the first shot in. And those two go down a bit quicker. Devine still trying to throw. Linesman in there and trying to break it up. And there's fight number 4 of the night. Asselstein's not quite done. Linesman trying to hold away. Devine taunts him all the way back to the Quad City bench. Asselstein will in turn pump up the crowd. Well, this one was not as long lasting. Not about a shot given, one aside, before the linesman got in as both players went down. So these penalties at 18:34 of the second period of play. As again, the penalty sheet continues to fill up in this one. So that's the first fight of the evening for those two. And actually the second fight of the night for Ryan Devine. First fight for Asselstein tonight. Holton and Corson each with a fight tonight. And Sam Williams with a fight. Greg Burmaster, one fight tonight. And Dakota Clutcha with one fight tonight, Devine with 2. Last time the Thunderbolts had this many scraps was in Peoria a few weeks ago. In fact, 2 weeks ago, on a Sunday afternoon game that was quite the fist fest. It's only appropriate with it being Dockside up. There's plenty of roughing in this game. And so Captain Tina Kerr and alternate Captain Brandon Lubin will get the calls from the referee tonight, J.R. Strager. And that'll be delivered to the two head coaches. So if I do my math correctly, and again, my math has not been the best this week, and that's 2 fights in 2 seconds. Holton and Clutcha at 18:32, and this will be Devine and Asselstein at 18:34. And that's one that was built up throughout this whole stretch of the second period. And it looks like that is all. It's the 5 minutes each, so it's certainly the right call made. And play continues down at ice level. Last minute and a half of the period. This one taken by Sam Williams. Now it's D'Amico Hanoun. This will be worked up the near boards. St. Jones, who himself is a willing combatant, will play this one ahead. Down low, Hanoun to the near side with a minute 6 to go. Goes up against Sova in the near corner. Hanoun on the puck. Looks to feed it in front. Play to the front. This one blocked aside. Kramer gloves it up in the air. And taken by Hanoun on the far side. 55 seconds to go. Jones' shot goes off the inboards. Down low, worked away by Sam Williams in the high point. Down the zone of Price takes a man down. That was Braden Helms. Rolled a clean play. Taken back by Mulder behind his head. Handing up for Sova. 40 seconds to play. Second period of play. This will deflect down ice. Price goes down to the Evansville end boards. Checked hard by Tanner Butler. Helms takes down Craig Burmaster. They got a penalty upcoming. It's on Evansville. I believe it'll be for it could be either Tanner Butler or Braden Helms. With 27.2 seconds to go. Well, this, I believe, will be a Quad City power play coming up. And this is the case where the Thunderbolts could get into some trouble here if they start taking unnecessary penalties. It'll be a cross check on Butler. This will be at the 19:32 mark. And I hope you all have plenty of number 2 pencils because, again, the penalty sheet continues to fill up. But no worries, there will not be a quiz at the end. There we see the cross check there. Well, the Storm player was down. It was an easy call there for referee J.R. Strager. So power play for the Quad City Storm with 27.2 seconds to go here in the second period. Off the draw. Control by Gall to Kramer to the points. Kramer, his shot blocked off, taken by Lubin. He will clear. We'll be talking about the time left in the period. 15 seconds to go. Stephen Gall at center ice. Near side, Burmaster. This shot stopped down by Billet. Rebound, Lubin. He clears. This will just about do it for the second period of play. It is a 2-1 Evansville lead through 40 minutes of play here at the Ford Center. Well, maybe the Ford Center, but it certainly feels like Caesar's Palace with all the fighting in the second period of play. We had 3 scraps, and several of them were quite good ones. Shots on goal in the second period. The Thunderbolts had 13 on net, and Quad City had 8. Quad City will have a minute and 33 seconds of power play time to start the third period of play. And again, if it wasn't such a close game, we may even see even more of the fighting, and perhaps even in the third period, we might see even more. Ryan Belt so far, 18 saves on 19 shots. Ryan Mulder, 18 for 20. He was perfect on 13 shots in the second period, including 3 breakaways. Ryan Mulder certainly deserves a lot of credit for the Quad City Storm as he's held down the fort through long stretches of that second period of play. So again, it's a 2-1 Evansville lead. 40 minutes in the books, and we're going to go back to timeout. When we return, we'll have our Shoe Carnival in the Mission Report and then SPH Live exclusive video highlights. 2-1 Evansville after 40 minutes of play.
Now only at Domino's for $7.99 each, you can carry out all 5 crust options with any 3 toppings. Sometimes large foldable Brooklyn-style crust is a perfect fit. Or carry out any of our 5 crusts for just $7.99 every day, only at Domino's. Now only at Domino's for $7.99 each, you can carry out all 5 crust options with any 3 toppings.
Yeah, I don't do gluten. Right.
Try adding gluten-free crust to the invite list. Or carry out any of our 5 crusts for just $7.99 every day, only at Domino's.
Check in at Lucas Oil Center and check out a new way to get your oil changed. It's not just the leather couches, coffee bar, or free Wi-Fi. It's an all-inclusive resort for your car.
This is your one-stop auto service and car wash oasis.
While here, you and your car get pampered with the Lucas Oil experience.
High-tech service, higher-octane staff, the highest-grade products at an affordable price. Oh, and one word describes the full-service car wash: awesome. Race into Lucas Oil Center on North Green River Road, where the wait isn't quite long enough.
At Sledgehammer Printing, we offer screen printing, embroidery, spirit wear, uniforms, and more. Whether it's an individual one-piece order, uniforms for your ball team, or a 10,000-piece corporate order, we can handle all your custom apparel needs.
A Cookies by Design cookie is certainly grand. They're made to be special and made by hand. Perfect for clients and associates too. If you need a unique gift, they'll make one for you. A company logo or seasonal theme. The perfect gift for the whole team. But cookies are not the only thing they make. You will also delight in their gourmet cupcakes. Arrangements with both are stunning to see. Give thanks to colleagues, partners, and family. Order in-store or from the website. A cookie to all and to all a great bite. Cookies by Design. Holiday delivery available.
Getting a mortgage can be overwhelming. You need someone who will look out for your best interests. As Evansville natives, senior loan officers Alan Presley and Tyler Norenbrock are proud to help you establish your roots with a mortgage from Ruoff Home Mortgage. Call Alan or Tyler or visit online today.
We're WOW. We're for streaming, surfing, and gaming. We're for dog dudes and cat video ladies. We're for the tech savvy and the tech curious. We're for wonderful Wi-Fi and endless entertainment. We're for date nights, late nights, game nights. We're for every night. We're for bringing you high-speed internet, a helping hand, and a high five to top it all off. We're WOW, and we're for all.
At Panera, our salads are uniquely crafted with peak season berries, creamy avocado, and a dressing fit for a goddess. Come taste what a salad should be. And with Panera Catering, there's more to go around. Panera, food as it should be.
These go great with that outfit. Or try these Crocs. Roxy's more your style. Shoe Carnival, a surprise in store. They have so many Nikes here. What else do they have? Adidas too? She would look good with Converse. Shoe Carnival, a surprise in store.
Evansville Thunderbolts hockey on SPHL Live. The Thunderbolts Radio Network in partnership with Fox Sports Evansville is presented by Greenwell Chisholm, the official printing provider of the Evansville Thunderbolts. By Seal Corp USA, providing quality steel and adhesives since 1991. And by Acceptance Home Mortgage, the official broadcast stream presenting partner of the Evansville Thunderbolts. It is still a 2-1 game, much like we started the second period. That is how we conclude it. What lacked in goals, we made up for in fights in spades. And my goodness, it was out of physical period. 3 fights and several good ones, I would say, and some shots given on both sides, relatively even fights. As this may be one of the more penalty-filled periods the Thunderbolts have had this year, certainly rivaling the game in Peoria 2 weekends ago tomorrow. Let's go and jump in the report. Once again, no goals to talk about. All penalties and shots in the second period of play. Shots were 13-8 in favor of Evansville. They had the shot lead instead of Quad City in the second period. And 20-19, Evansville is the shot count so far through 40 minutes. Quad City 0 for 4 in the power play. Evansville 0 for 3. Penalty kill, both sides been good. Both sides have had some looks at the power play, but nothing connecting so far. So again, as we had the penalty, or the fight in the first period, Sam Williams and Greg Burmaster. Those two went in it in the first period. Second period starting with Noah Corson and Ryan Devine, 4:51 in. Then we saw Holton and Clutch at 18:32, and then 2 seconds later, Asselstein and Devine go at it. They got 5 each for fighting, as well as game misconduct. So those two will not return. Both teams will be down a defenseman, as Devine got the misconduct for his being his second fight of the game, and Asselstein for an aggressor. And Tanner Butler taking a penalty with 28 seconds left to the period, so the Storm will begin the third period in the power play for 1 minute and 33 seconds. Brian Billett, 18 saves, same with Ryan Mulder. Billett on 19 shots, Mulder on 20 shots on goal. Let's go in and take a look around the SPHL presented by the Edge Body Boot Camp. Once again, you're tuned to the Shoe Carnival Intermission Report. As we'll start with Peoria and Pensacola. They finally get underway. They're already in the second period early. It's a 1-1 score. And certainly would help out Evansville as well as Quad City if Peoria could get the victory tonight. Drew Doyon in his first weekend of action gets the goal at 1:57. Jake Howie, he's been a powerhouse for the Ice Flyers as of late. Power play goal to tie it up at 13:51. Goaltenders Rylan Pashevitz and Chase Perry. Moving on over, we have Macon in Birmingham. 3-0 Mayhem the score in Birmingham. Midway through the third period of play, and again, that's actually good news for both the Thunderbolts and the Quad City Storm. Cameron, Cooper, Jones, and Eric Ilotel. Jones and Ilotel were traded to Macon by the Thunderbolts just over a week ago. Those goals in the second period makes it a 3-0 lead for Macon. Stilios in net for Macon. Art Bry for the Bulls. Knoxville, Huntsville, they're still tied scoreless at 13:37 remaining in the third period of play. Once again, the goaltenders. Joseph Mudaka perfect on 37 shots. Max Malasek perfect on 22. We'll check on that one later on the broadcast. And Fayetteville winning over Roanoke 2-1. And again, that is more good news for both of these teams, Evansville and Quad City, as Roanoke will take 2 less points no matter what. C.J. Stubbs made a 1-0. Brian Bowen tying it up in the first, and Shane Bednard scoring the go-ahead goal in the third period of play to win it. Blake Whitala with a win for Fayetteville. Austin Rodebush for Roanoke. Moving over to the FHL, final scores: Danbury 4-2 in Columbus, Port Huron 7-3 in Mentor. Port Huron, a former team of Ryan Devine. Delaware 5-0 shutout of the Battle Creek Rumblebees, and Watertown currently losing to Carolina 8-5 in the third. Finally, CHL scores: Indy 4-3 against Greenville. Florida wins 5-2 over Jacksonville. Orlando 5-1 over Newfoundland. Reading with a 4-2 win in Adirondack. Cincinnati wins 5-2 in Wheeling. Atlanta 5-0 shutout over the Norfolk Admirals. South Carolina gets a 3-1 win in Worcester, and Fort Wayne wins 5-3 in Toledo. In the third period, Kalamazoo up 6-1 in Kansas City. Wichita trails to Allen 4-2. In the second period, Tulsa and Rapid City are tied at 1, and Utah trails in Idaho 1-0. In the American Hockey League, final scores: Belleville 4-1 in Cleveland today. Overtime win for Manitoba against Chicago 3-2. Binghamton with a 5-4 win against Toronto. San Diego wins in overtime in San Jose 4-3. Hartford wins in Bridgeport 3-1. Laval wins 5-2 in Utica. Syracuse 4-2 final over Rochester. Hershey 5-1 final over Wilkes-Barre Scranton. Charlotte 4-2 win in Lehigh Valley, and Providence wins 3-1 in Springfield. In the third period, Grand Rapids and Texas are tied at 2. In the second period, Bakersfield and Ontario are scoreless. Iowa and Stockton are scoreless, in a Milwaukee 3-2 lead in Colorado. In the National Hockey League final scores: Chicago in a shootout 3-2 win in Florida. The Avalanche win 3-2 in Nashville in regulation. The Senators come back to beat Detroit in a shootout 4-3. Toronto Maple Leafs 4-2 win over the Vancouver Canucks. Montreal wins 4-3 at home in overtime against the Carolina Hurricanes. The Coyotes winning currently 3-2 halfway through the third period of play. St. Louis 3-2 lead against the Dallas Stars midway through this third period of play as well. Later on, the Oilers take on the Winnipeg Jets. San Jose takes on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Final scores from this afternoon: Boston 4-0 over the Islanders. The LA Kings in overtime over the New Jersey Devils 2-1, and the Lightning wins 4-3 over the Calgary Flames. That wraps up the SPHL scores presented by the Edge Body Boot Camp and your Shoe Carlin Mission Report. We're going to go back to timeout, and when we return, we'll have SPHL Live exclusive video highlights of all the action in the second period of play, and then the third period coming up shortly thereafterward.
Are you going out tonight?
What? No.
But you have your coat on in the castle. And everyone's all dressed up.
Are they? Well, maybe it's laundry night. Something like that, probably.
And you're drinking Bud Light Platinum.
Look, I'm not going to lie to you. Just let's go quickly. Don't wait up. Bud Light Platinum.
Did you ditch him?
Oh, yeah. He doesn't have a clue.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Bud Light Platinum. Brewed for the night.
Excellent shot. Ah, well, this can't be later. This looks like earlier.
It's 14:36.
I need it to be later. What do you want?
Look, a stay!
That's good. That's good. You gotta stay in your shirt, too.
Classic.
One hospital treats more emergency room patients than any other hospital in the region. Only one. More experience, better care. Only at Deaconess.
I'm finding it hard to stay on top of things.
A faster laptop could help. Plus, tech support to stay worry-free.
Worry-free. Boom.
Boom!
Get free next business day shipping or 1 hour in-store pickup. Shopping season solved at Office Depot, Office Max, or OfficeDepot.com.
I feel like I'm losing my identity.
Business cards, new logo, outdoor sign.
You always get me.
Get free next business day shipping or 1 hour in-store pickup. Shopping season solved at Office Depot, Office Max, or OfficeDepot.com.
Same time next week?
Yes.
Do you hear that?
No, I don't hear anything.
I guess it was nothing.
We've got termites.
See, I told you we should have called SWAT Pest.
Got termites? Are you sure? If not, call the award-winning team at SWAT Pest. They're the professionals in helping create a safe environment where we work, live, and play.
What's the difference between good and great? Good tries to get it right every time. Great actually does. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details so you always get exactly the look you want. Great clips. It's gonna be great. What's the difference between good and great? Good is when your haircut costs less. Great is when it still meets high standards. At Great Clips, you'll always get the haircut you want for less. And with our easy online check-in app, you'll save time too. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
There's just one word for Gaddytown. Unbelievable. Gaddytown's all-you-care-to-eat buffet is filled with fresh hot pizzas, savory pastas, a huge salad bar, desserts, and more. Gaddytown is packed with the latest high-tech games, plus bumper cars and mini bowling. They can even handle groups of all sizes, from families to parties and business meetings. Visit Gaddytown today.
My knee used to hurt so bad I could barely walk. Some of my friends had the same problem, and they had a knee replacement at Orthopedic Associates. That's where my son and grandson went when they were injured. I decided to make an appointment and was pleased that there was a class that went over everything with me. They explained all of my options to me, not just the surgery. I am pleased I had the surgery.
Come on, Grandma.
Now I can spend time with my family.
Quality care, convenience. Our choice, Orthopedic Associates.
It's a 2-1 lead for the Thunderbolts. 40 minutes gone here in this game here at the Ford Center. Once again, no goals to report on the second period, but when we lacked in goals, we got everything else, fights, hits, and you name it, more saves. Ryan Mulder deserving a lot of credit. First fight of the period, Ryan Devine and Noah Corson. Devine got a bit of a head start there, and he got the decision in that first scrap. We see the second one shortly thereafter after a big hit there by St. Jones, as Ryan Billett makes some big saves as well. And now we get the second fight. Hayden Holton, Dakota Klutcha, right off the face-off on the far side as those two go at it. And Holton in Klutcha, close one there. We see a big hit there by Tanner Butler in the end. And we get the heavyweight tilt. Ryan Devine and Brandon Esselstein go at it. They're done for the game. But now with that, a little bit of entertainment for the fans here at the Ford Center. That is all for the second period of play. Now downstairs for period number 3.
I'm a Wayback Burger, and I approve this message. Did you know that your so-called fresh burger could sit in the freezer for months on end? These frozen, lifeless patties lack flavor and sustenance. They're not natural and fresh like I am. But do you trust a burger that's riddled with freezer burn? Or would you rather eat a burger sealed with flavor, made fresh to order on a griddle? At Wayback, we use 100% beef patties and fresh, high-quality ingredients. Make the right choice. Taste freshness, America. Wayback Burgers.
When you discover gem multiplier scratch-offs from the Hoosier Lottery, there's lots to uncover, including prizes up to $250,000. Hidden gems you could collect for instant cash prizes. And chances to find multipliers to boost your treasures. Plus, there are 4 exciting scratch-offs to choose from. What's mined is yours. So start your discovery with Gem Multiplier Scratch-Offs today. Hoosier Lottery. Imagine that.
This is Hunter Slade, Vice President of ProMark. ProMark is a family-owned and operated business that's been around since 1976, serving the tri-state. My family, Tom and Lisa Slade, my sister Emily Slade Manzo, and I look forward to continuing that tradition of providing the tools necessary so that you can put your name where it counts. Our values, dedication, and staff are committed to you and your business to ensure that you receive the top-notch service that you deserve. We are ProMark, a Slade Print Company. 4 family members, 1 mission.
Life in the rough and tumble Southern Professional Hockey League takes a toll on a body, and the Evansville Thunderbolts, they're no exception. And when they do need to recover from those tough games, they go to the Edge Body Boot Camp. The Edge Body Boot Camp is located at 333 Plaza East Boulevard, right off North Green River Road in Evansville. To find out more about what Blake Evans and his team of trainers can do for you, call 812-639-7587 or go to their website at edgebodiebootcamp.com/EvansvilleIN.
Welcome back as we get set to go for the third period of play here at the Ford Center. The Thunderbolts with a 2-1 lead. Let's start the third shorthanded. Ty Peckerall with you once again as we get set to go for period number 3 as the intermission time will run out. Minute 33 in power play time. Still the carryover from Tanner Butler's cross-checking penalty. And as I mentioned during the intermission reports, Ryan Devine and Braden Asselstein are done for the game. Game misconducts for both of those two. So Ryan Devine will extend his SPHL leading penalty minutes total. That'll give him a total of another 20 on the Knights. So again, Quad City with a chance here to start the third period and try to tie it up. They're 0 for 4, or rather 0 for 3 on their fourth power play so far tonight. And with Devine and Asselstein done for the Knights, that might bring down the animosity just a little bit. But again, still a lot of willing combatants on the other side, especially if one side runs away with the lead. False start the draw. 3 seconds had elapsed. But they'll reset the clock to 20 minutes. And the penalty clock to 1:33. Sutherland Plevy. Brower and Lobin out for the Thunderbolts. Burmaster centering with Price. And Stephen Gall, it appears. Junior Harris and Ricky Kramer on the back end for the Quad City Storm. Plevy and Burmaster for the faceoff. And run away for real this time here in the third period. And played down ice by Brower, and Mulder sits to the side. Credited with 13 saves and made some big ones in the second period of play after 2 goals and 7 shots in the opening frame. And that's a big reason why it's still a 1-0 game, or 1-goal game, 2-1 Thunderbolts. Harris back in, moving to center, now to the far wing side. Fan on the shot taken right back by Brower, and off Harrison out to center. And 8 seconds to go in the power play. Price again fumbled it. This one again is cleared by Brower, all the way down to the end boards. Far side, Sullivan Kramer. Works it back to the end boards, and Harris will take possession. 55 seconds in the power play, and 38 seconds gone here in the third. Price back in. Check to the half wall. Puck by Hanoun, and now Helms. Hard around the far boards. This one is kept in by Kramer, and a nice keep. Got across for Bennett at center. Loose stick on the ice. It's a Thunderbolt stick. That's some bad news there as Bennett shoots it over the net. Near side Price. Jones gets his stick back. Here's Kramer near point. 33 seconds to go. We're around a minute into this third period of play. Price sets up Burmaster, and he scores! Great Burmaster, a power play goal. And he has 3 goals this weekend, and this one ties it up at 2. And the fourth power play, they connect with 27 seconds to go on the man advantage. And the first shot of the power play, we've seen this a lot this weekend, where the first shot goes in. Other times when they don't, it's not scored on. But nonetheless, great Burmaster with a good shot on a nice setup from the near side corner, and that makes it a tie game. So the Storm coming back from 2-0 down. It's a brand new game here with 18:54 to go in regulation time. So that'll be Burmaster's goal, 3rd of the weekend. He's had himself a great weekend for Quad City. And that will be his 4th with the Storm and 7th of the season. He's 1 assist away from a Gordie Howe hat trick. Bryce and Bennett get the assist on the goal at the minutes and change mark. I have to get the exact time, but here the other way is Barnaby, but fanning in the shot with Corson nearby. This will be taken back by John Scully. The Storm have scored 2 goals. 1 late in the first and 1 here to tie it up at 2. Beaudry shot stopped down by Bilt, and he holds on. 1 shot so far in this period, and that is the goal by Burmaster to tie it right back up. Let's go ahead and check the time on that once again. That is at the 1:06 mark, again from Price and Bennett. Burmaster's 7th of the season and 3rd of the weekend. As they are 1 for 4 in the night in the power play, and Back out for Quad City is Price and Bennett with Dinyakura. Neiman and Harris, the defenseman. Left side of Bill for the faceoff. Ferraro centering but losing the draw. Neiman is back down low. Price behind the nets. Both games this weekend have been back-to-back games. Far side Harris lets a shot go. Pat away by Billett, and this one is up the stick in Harrison out to center. Move back deep in the Evansville zone and set up by Billett to Brower. Lubin now to Selleff up ice. Hits the trailer, but it's off the stick. To the far boards it goes. That went off the stick of Austin Plevy, the rolling puck. Yakura jumped on by Ferraro. Work free. Selleff is on it. Trying to find Plevy, but the pass is blocked. The other way comes Taylor Price. This one is over. Helms to the far corner of the Evansville end, and Shane Bennett goes for it. Couldn't poke it along. And this one's taken back by Tina Butler. This one Ferraro tried to pass it along, but Burmaster got in the way. Back forward is Joe Silva in the Storm zone. 2.5 minutes gone here, third period of play. Great Burmaster tying up at 2. Here he comes up with it again. This shot deflects wide to Billets, and he'll cover up the loose puck. Here's a look at the Thunderbolts' upcoming schedule presented by Lake Quito, the official host hotel of the Evansville Thunderbolts. On the road again, starting next weekend, 2 games in Huntsville on the 6th and 7th. 7 p.m. starts both nights. Then back home against the Pensacola Ice Flyers. Saturday and Sunday, the 14th and 15th. 7:15 on Saturday, 3 o'clock for the Sunday matchup. And then in Quad City for a Tuesday game, March 17th at 7:10 p.m. And again, that's the next time and last time these two teams meet in this regular season. Fries and Hanu for the faceoff. One back by Tamika Hanoun. Helms on the puck. Up to the neutral zone, and this one worked back out off the Storm line by Neiman. Back to the way Fries across the Evansville line. Pass to the inboards. Helms and Gall tie up. Helms gets a stick in the face. Penalty upcoming on Quad City. Offensive zone penalty in the Storm. It's a high sticking call at 2:51. So Evansville will get their 4th power play and a chance to regain the lead. 0 for 3 tonight. And it is Gall for high sticking 2 minutes at 2:51. Ferraro, Plevy, Selleff, Hanoun, and Lubin for the Thunderbolts. That top line has not been as noticeable tonight. They've had their struggles as Quad City's adapted. Silva Price out for the penalty kill unit with Dinyakura. And what appears to be Ricky Kramer. It is off the draw. Battle down low. Taken by Silva. Not clear. Lubin far points. Now to the far wing side. Back to Lubin. Tees it up. That one is stopped by Mulder. It's out of play. With 3:03 gone in the period and 1:48 to go in the power play. Evansville will have 12 games to play when all is said and done tonight. And Quad City will have 15 games to play when tonight's game is said and done. Again, Quad City is outside looking in. But Roanoke losing tonight gives them an opportunity to jump back into 8th place if they can win tonight. In fact, if they just get a point, that'll put them in 8th place as they have many games at hand on Roanoke. Off the draw, it's Hanoun. Back to the far side. Here's a shot blocked off. That was by Hanoun. And blocking it was Ricky Kramer, who's slowly going back to the bench. And back to the way Burmaster trying to feed Sikos. He couldn't get the shot away. As coming back there was Hanoun. It's taken back by Lubin. 1 shot, 35 seconds gone the power play. That'll kill the clock a little bit longer. Here comes Ferraro. Plays it in from the neutral zone. Down low, Mulder stops it down partially. Harrison in the near corner, blasted around the far side. Into stanchion taken by Evansville. Lucky bounce there. Butler from the points. Far wing side, taken by Plevy. Now handing off to the far board, Selleff. Butler from the point, back to Selleff from the far half wall. Side of the net for Plevy. Looks to the net front, just past Helms and wide. This one stayed a nice play by Butler. To the corner, to the net front. That one's off the skate of Harris, who'll take it in clear this time. He does. No stanchion to block it this time. 45 seconds to go in the power play. We are 4 minutes and 8 seconds into the third period of play. Quad City tying it up at a 2-2 game. Helms had a little trouble with the puck as he was poked out by Fries. Keeps it going. Across the line, we'll play this one down. Down low against Joe Silva, tying up. Kramer getting a pass. Zykov, Corson and Fries, far wall. This one to the point, held in. Here comes a pass now. Barbie near side. He moves to the front. That's a stop by Mulder, and he holds on with the glove with a man in front. That was Corson. And he and Fries mix up for a brief moment. 18 seconds to go on the power play. 2 shots on goal. We have 15:27 left in regulation time. But again, the Quad City Storm have 5 games at hand on Macon. They'll have 3 games at hand on Roanoke and 2 games at hand on Birmingham. Following tonight's game is Clutch and Holton have served their penalties. Holton will stay out. Clutch is back to the bench. Once again, 18 seconds to go on the power play. Face off right side of Ryan Mulder. Plummy, Corson at Barnaby, Elms, and Butler. Face off win by Plummy. To the point it goes. However, Butler fanned on it, and this one's back to center. That's an unfortunate bounce there. Off the handoff, Silva, short-handed threat, but a block there. Nice play jumping in by Corson. Back to the way comes Evansville. 5 seconds to go on the power play, and here they come with numbers. It's Plummy moving for the net front chance, and Mulder poked at it and prevented the shot. Storm player went down, wanting a call, none coming. From the point, this one floated toward the net and not called. As this one's Corson far side. Barnaby down low. Corson again to the near side. Cut off by Stephen Gall. 2 shots on that power play, which is now expired. Thunderbolts 0 for 4. Barnaby tried to curl to the front, couldn't do it. Plummy in the puck now. Far side attack continues to the point for Thacker. Hands offside the net. Barnaby the net front. Blocked off. Corson scores while falling. Corson makes it 3-2. And Evansville gets the lead right back. They couldn't make it work on the power play, but kept the attack going. Corson was knocked down and kept the puck going while he had it. Fell down while taking the shot, but a goal is a goal. And the Thunder will take their second lead of the game, 3-2. This goal at 5:19. We'll see if Plummy gets an assist on it. If it is, that'll keep his point streak going to 14 games. That's not what is too important right now. It's still 3-2 Evansville lead. So a big response by Evansville. Again, they don't score on the power play, but shortly thereafterward, they connect. And we'll see how the Storm respond. Brower goes back for it. Up the near side it goes. Butler will move it along. 8th of the year, Corson, as he scores back-to-back games for being a bit of a rut for a while. Barnaby and Thacker get the assist, so Plummy does not get a point. But once again, the Thunderbolts have a 3-2 lead. Williams head pass. Across the line. Here's a chance for Holton. He shoots it wide. Good play by Chris Stapps-Neiman getting in the shooting lane. St. Jones, and then taken away by Shane Bennett. This will be taken back by Zane Jones in front of the Quad City bench. St. Jones had started the scoring, gets hit to the bench boards. Looked like a clean hit. Thunderbolts bench wanted a call. None penalty was called. This one's back in the Evansville zone as Lubin goes down against Stephen Gall, looking for the puck. This is Clutcha shooting. That one's off billet and wide. Race at the far boards is back to center. Ferraro trying to beat out Silva, and Silva got there by a landslide. Clutcha. Glove down in the middle. That one's back to the line, kept in. Here's a setup for Clutcha near side. Trying to play to the front, blocked by Lubin. Back to the end boards against Connor Fries. Battling the near corner, taken back by Ferraro. Clutch off the handoff. He curls it and shoots it. Pad save by Brian Billets. Far side Plummy. And that one blocked off as well. We'll take this one back in the far side and carry up ice. Floats this one down ice past Joe Silva. It'll be an icing call in Evansville with 13:01 to go to regulation. Burmaster tied it up, but Corson puts the Thunderbolts back in front. It is a 3-2 Evansville lead. Back in a moment.
Thank you, Tri-State, for voting Premier Tan the #1 tanning salon. 15 years and counting. At Premier Tan, we carry all your favorite lotions and accessories. And we offer the best in sunbed and sunless tanning with the latest state-of-the-art equipment. Plus, our friendly and knowledgeable staff can customize the perfect tanning package to fit any budget. Stop by today and see for yourself why Premier Tan is the #1 tanning salon. Premier Tan, with 5 convenient locations in Evansville, Newburgh, and Darmstadt.
Quad City home next weekend for 3 straight. Let's go ahead and let you know again. March 6th, on Friday, Faith and Family Pirate and Princess Night. Saturday, March 7th, Marvel Superhero Night. And Sunday will be Pucks and Paws Day. All 3 games at the Tax Slayer Center in Moline, Illinois. Some great action coming up For tickets, go to QuadCityStorm.com or the Taxslayer Center box office, or contact Brian Rothenberger at 701-595-1981. The Thunderbolts go there again on Tuesday, March 17th, final meeting of the regular season. Always a fun one at the Taxslayer Center. And it's been a fun one here tonight. Played on ice by Derek Sulliff, covered up by Mulder, and he'll have to cover up there. Thunderbolts will gain some territory. Face-off coming up in the Storm zone. 12:54 to go, regulation time, still a one-goal game. Burmaster scoring to tie it up in the power play, and then Noah Corson scoring to put Evansville right back in front. And the face-off will be coming up. The right side of Ryan Mulder. Yakura Hanoun. This one's won back by Junior Harris. Up the side, Burmaster. Now Yakura through the neutral zone. Flex down. This one's set aside by Billets, and they'll have to cover up for face-off here. 12:43 to go. So again, Quad City home against Roanoke on the 6th. Home against Roanoke again on the 7th. And take on Birmingham for a 1 o'clock face-off on March 8th, a Sunday. After that, they go to Knoxville on the 13th and 14th for a pair of games at the Knoxville Civic Auditorium and Coliseum. Face-off stays in the Evansville zone. 12:43 to go. Shots on goal this period. Evansville with 2, Quad City with 4. Both sides have scored this period. They'll be Sikos and Holton, far wing side. This one's taken by Thacker off the draw. Moved out to center. Harris against St. Jones. So St. Jones intercepting. As a man coming through the middle, it's Zion Zykov, but can't move the puck along. St. Jones curls to the inside. He shoots. Now it's blocked off by Burmaster, and it goes out of play with 12:26 to go. Thunderbolts are home on Saturday the 14th and Sunday the 15th here at the Ford Center, taking on the Pensacola Ice Flyers. For tickets, call 812-422-BOLTS. Buy online at EvansvilleThunderbolts.com or get tickets at the Ford Center box office. 6 home games left out of 12 remaining. Will be here at the Ford Center. 2 against Pensacola. There'll be 1 more against Birmingham, 1 against Huntsville, and 2 against the Macon Mayhem to round out the regular season series. Off the straw, Holton and Eamon's far corner. Those two do battle. This one's taken instead by Zykov. Goes to the front. What a save by Mulder. Big stop by Ryan Mulder. Zykov able to squeak through. Has it again. And the middle of the near side now with it. Trying to final lane again. Quad City. Close call there. Taken back by Tommy Sikos. Remember that save again by Ryan Mulder. He's been big when needed. Sikos. Near side Bennett. Trying to go to the middle. He does. He shoots. That one is gloved up by Billets and no rebounds. 8:03 gone now in the third period of play. And Quad City with now 5 shots in the period. Evansville with 3. As Mulder able to stretch out that right pad on Stan Zykov, who went between the defender and the far side of the nets. It'll be goal. Clutch of Burmaster, Fries, and Silva for the Quad City Storm for this offensive zone face-off. Burmaster had scored the goal here in this third period of play. He's got 3 goals this weekend. So he's had himself quite a weekend here in Evansville. Connor Fries for the face-off. One of the top plus-minus leaders in the league with a +20 rating entering tonight. Way ahead of his other teammates. This one held in. This one clung wide to the far side by Greg Burmaster. Sent the other way from the near side by Kletcha. However, this one escapes the Storm players. It's back to the neutral zone and back to the Storm end. On the reset, Stephen Gall had trouble with it. Banked back along by Mike Ferraro. Nice move up for Sulliff. They'll play this one down ice. 11.5 to go in regulation. This one's taken by Silva. Up ice for Stephen Gall. Kletcha near wall. Right to center to the front. Gets all the way through and a cover up there by Brian Billets. Let's go and take a look again. SPHL update presented by the Edge Body Boot Camp. We start Pensacola and Peoria. It is 2-1 Rivermen with 2:10 to go in the second period as Nathan Pellegra from Paul Frazier and Everett Thompson, 11-14, makes it a 2-1 game. And again, that only favors Quad City and Evansville. As much as you hate to see, I suppose, from a fan perspective, Peoria winning, as that's a top rival for both the Storm and the Thunderbolts. Update on the other games as this one goes along. 11:21 to go here in the third. Yakura with a face-off win. Neiman's wind up. That one's off the glass. Did not miss by much. Hanu throws a big checker free at the puck. Here's a move here. Here's Neiman on the move. Glove save again by Billets with Beaudry in front. And here comes a man on Neiman. It's Noah Corson. Taking quite exception immediately, and we get some more of the rough stuff that's been relatively lacking here in this third period of play. This will give us a chance to check out some of the league leaders presented by Greenwell Chisholm. Entered tonight, Austin Plevy a 10-point lead for the points race with 61. Brian Bowen and Max Cook in the tie with 51 right behind him. In goals, it's Brian Bowen with 27 this year. Hageman in second place with 22. Derek Sulliff with 21 as of right now. Plevy with a 8 assist gap in the assists with 44. In the penalty minutes, Ryan Devine under 55, and he adds another 20 tonight. Again, not in the top 5 plus minus, but Connor Fries with a plus 20 rating. The top is plus 27 for Taylor McCoy, former Quad City Storm player, now with Fayetteville. His face off to the left side of Brian Billett. Yakura off the draw, taken back by the Thunderbolts. Off the face-off win by Holton and clear. Evansville Corson stayed out here. At this point, intercepted on the near side along the blue line. Now coming in is Corson with Barnaby and Thacker. He shoots. Glove save Mulder. Corson trying to use the defenseman as a screen. Got the good shot away, and Mulder with a good glove save. That'll bring us down to 10:56 to go in regulation time. 26-24. Quad City, the shot count in the game. Quad City with 7 shots this third period, and Evansville with 5. Anu and Seacos for the face-off, right side of Mulder. On the face-off win by Seacos, it's Harris around the far boards, and this one gets out to center. Poked right back to the Quad City line by Barnaby, dumped back in on a change. Harris goes back for it again. Fake the pass around the near side, he'll go up the far wing side instead. This is carried by John Scully, played from the blue line, set aside by Bill to the near wall for Shane Bennett to pick up. Down low, Scully and Brandon Lubin. Scully in the puck, far corner. Handing off for Tommy Seacos. Lubin and Scully both go down. On the far side, Seacos in the puck, sends it wide of the nets. Bennett near side goes back to the blue line. Former Mississippi River King and teammate of Derek Sulliff. This is sent for Tommy Seacos. Had trouble. This one's cleared down ice, and this will not be an icing as this one's going for the net. And Mulder will play it instead. This will be played back in. It's on icing either that way either as Lubin gets it. Helms carries up. 10:05 to go in regulation. Tipped down ice by Zykov. So no icing, and Mulder will set it out for Sova. Now halfway through this third period of play. Both sides exchanging goals. Here's Shane Bennett coming across the line. Back against Stan Zykov, who takes him down. It's going to be a penalty on Zykov. A little too strong in the back check there, and it'll be a hook, I believe. It'll be a slash on Stan Zykov at Quad City, who scored on the power play, 1 for 4. We'll get another chance. 9:49 left to go here in the third period of play. Quad City goes on the power play in a moment, down 3-2.
Septic and drain problems can hit your home or business at any time. That's why Joe Beard & Sons Corp. is here for you 24/7. That's right, no matter when your drains clog or your grease traps back up, even if it's 2 in the morning, emergency services are just a phone call away. We've been serving the community for over 65 years and have built a reputation of superior service at affordable rates. Put our experience to work for you and call today, 812-423-6616.
9:49 to go here in this third period of play. As you hear some of the fans that were just on the camera moments ago. It's certainly exciting there. Quad City goes on the power play, 9:49 to go. And again, a chance here for the Storm to tie it up like they did earlier in this period on a goal by Greg Burmaster. Burmaster will be on here with Gall, Price, Harris, and Kramer. Zykov for slashing at 10:11 of the third period of play. And the next stop, we'll have some more updates around the SPHL. It's a very busy night, and we do have updates. That'll be coming up momentarily. Burmaster for the face-off and the power play goal, and he takes the face-off. Howard's tied up off the draw. Controlled by the Storm. To the point, Ricky Kramer. Handing off for Gall. Side of the net attempt to the net front. Loose puck scored. Stephen Gall scores, and we're tied again at 3. And the Thunderbolts getting into penalty trouble this period, and they pay for it twice. And again, the first shot of the power play, 13 seconds in. Bill, one save, and the rebound put in by Stephen Gall. So the second shot of the power play goes in, and Quad City battles back again. And Stephen Gall, once, as I said, gets the goal, and that will be his 13th goal of the season. And that is second on the team in goals, one behind Taylor Price. And that's another big response goal. And again, the Thunderbolts just getting into trouble with penalties again here in this third period of play. And they get 2 power play goals against. And it's a tie game again. 9:36 to go in the third period of play. And now it's up for grabs for anyone. And again, Ryan Mulder deserves a lot of credit, making some big saves again earlier this period to keep the Storm within 1. Here's a chance again. That one over the net by Ricky Kramer. Near side held in the point by Joe Silva. To the corner, glove down by Lubin. Taylor Price got the secondary assist. I didn't hear the first one. I'll get that back to you in just a moment. Gall stepped in front of by Kyle Thacker. Levy will take this one. Self doesn't clear. This one is worked wide off of Lubin. This time it's banked to center. Really a chance for Ferraro, but it doesn't reach him. Thunderbolts laid it up. Here's Ferraro. Maybe a 3-on-2. It is. Plummy for the trail. Sell it for Ferraro. And it just wide. Lubin shoots. That one deflects wide. And Mulder made the save, but it was rolling behind him, and it rolled between his pad and the left post. And again, just barely missed. Gall the other way had it poked away into the far corner. As Ferraro with a great shot, but Mulder got just enough fit in just the right angle. Lubin. 8.5 minutes to go in the third period as Evansville nearly took another lead. Set of ice. Corson. Far wing side across with Barnaby. With speed to the far circle to the middle. And he missed just wide. A falling shot, but Harris gets a hit up high. In the process, I believe it was on the fall throw. And here's Barnaby, and he stopped. Helm shoots at a save by Mulder. He holds on for a whistle. Again, Ryan Mulder puts on a show. Makes 2 big saves. The shot on the fall through by Corson is what got Harris, if I'm not mistaken. And it isn't a penalty if it's on the follow through. And Quad City not really protesting, so I believe that is the case. Corson a good chance, Barnaby a good chance, and again, Ryan Mulder doing his thing in the nets. Quick update, Peoria, Pensacola now tied at 2 with 17 seconds to go, and now it's the end of the second period of play. As tying it up for the Ice Flyers is Brett DeAndrew with 1:50 to go. It's a 3-3 score here. 8:03 to go. Storm control for the draw. Silva clears the center. This goes off the stick of Barnaby, taken by Silva. However, this will be given up at the red line. Barnaby turns it back off the linesman just across the line and goes back to Kramer. A lot of bounces in this game. Bennett had trouble with it, taken back by Hanoun. Back in his own zone for Helms. This pass deflects to the near boards. There is Corson. Starts across the Storm line with Barnaby. Made a move to himself. Got just enough fit to the far boards now. Spins away again while falling. Kramer against Holton, far corner. Taken by Seacos, trying to clear. This one is held in. Turn to the net, front deflected just wide with Silva and Barnaby in front. Barnaby upended. Taken, shot, save Mulder. There's a rebound. This one is on the crease, and Mulder finds it. As Silva fell back into the goal crease. As Mulder held on. The Thunderbolts with plenty of shots in the past couple minutes. Evansville now with 8 shots on goal this period of 9 for Quad City. And there we see some more updates, and we'll share those with you. Make it with a 4-0 lead against the Birmingham Bulls now. And that one all is said and done. That's a final score. As with a late goal empty net by Colton Walter, it's a shutout for Macon. Huntsville 1-0 final score for the Knoxville Ice Bears. And luckily that ended in regulation time as Sean Bates scored at 6:51 of the period. And again, Fayetteville winning 2-1 against Roanoke. So good news all around for both these two teams tonight. Now they just got to look to get the points for themselves. This is an offside call on Evansville. There's 7:11 to go in regulation time, and interesting to see if this one goes to overtime. Both sides have gotten overtime wins against each other this year. They'll jump back to that record again later on if it becomes necessary. Face off front of the Storm bench with 7:11 to go here in the third period of play. Again, Burmaster tied it up at 2 earlier in the period. Corson made it 3-2 Evansville, and then tying it up with Stephen Gall in the power play. We either have goals or we got fights. in any particular period. And here's a move and a shot deflected wide by Williams. Loose puck, Mulder covers up, and we get a penalty in the play, and I believe it's on Quad City. With 6:57 to go as Mulder covered up the puck. And it's a hooking call. It looks like it'll be the captain, Dini Kura. Holding call at 13:03, and the Thunderbolts get a late power play with 6:57 to go. Evansville 0 for 5 tonight on the advantage. This will be their 5th, actually. 0 for 4 on their 5th. They scored immediately after the 4th. Did not count as a power play goal. 6:57 to go. Thunderbolts with a power play chance. Kura for hooking at 13:03. Is what's taken by Harris. He can't clear. Clubbing back with the wall. Held in by Lubin. Across ice feed to keep it alive, but Neiman will take it. Backhander up the wall. Dahl can't clear. Ferraro takes it away. Played it back down low. This will be taken by Harris, but it missed him. Clubby far wing side. And Lubin has it. Thunderbolts get established. They don't. And Fries with a one-on-one short-handed as Gall with him. Lubin staying back. Hand it off. And here goes Gall. Saved by Brian Billets. Close call there. Thunderbolts stay mostly in position, however. And here they come 3-on-2. This is Pluvy. Ferraro curls it. Feint of the shot. Takes it back and shoots it. A save by Mulder. Loose puck covered up. And then Sullivan gets whacked down with the puck by Sullivan. There won't be a penalty for that. Because, again, he was looking for a rebound, so he can get away with a little bit more in that kind of situation. But certainly these two teams will battle to the very end. One shot on this power play chance. 6:13 to go in the period, and 1:16 to go in the power play. Levy, Ferraro, Sullivan stay out. Hanoun and Lubin as well. Quad City. Now with Joe Silva, Tommy Sikos, Greg Burmaster, and Ricky Kramer to the right side of Brian Mulder. Off the draw, tied up. Work free, taken by Burmaster and cleared. 1:07 to go on the power play. Billett sets it down for Brandon Lubin. Same units stay out for the moment. Lubin's lead for Hanoun. Now up the right side is Selif up the near wall. Try to play to the front, goes around, poked away. Pluvy down there, lost it to Burmaster, he clears. Good pick there by Greg Burmaster. This has had a great all-around weekend so far. 45 seconds to go, both sides change. 5:40 to go in the third, still tied at 3. St. Jones coming out with Tanner Butler, Noah Corson, Matthew Barnaby. This one down ice, and it will be an icing on Evansville. Lubin will have to stay out with his new unit. Quad City with a Price, Scully. Neiman is in here, so this will kill some more time at the clock. 34 seconds to go in the power play. The face-off in the Evansville zone. One shot so far. It'll be Scully for the face-off. To the right side of Brian Billups. Against Noah Corson. One back by Scully, it's Price. Down low for Scully. Double teamed. Puck worked free, but going in is Price. That'll keep it in the Evansville end as Price. Scully will work it back defensively to kill some more time at the clock. It's Harris. And he'll ice this one down with 18 seconds to go. Set aside by Billups. Enough time for one last rush and then just try to keep the attack going. Carried up by Zane Jones across the line. Goes to the far corner and got it past Neimanis. Around the far boards. Final 5 minutes presented by the Tri-State Athletic Club as we hit that mark remaining. This shot deflects wide as the penalty comes to an end. Out of the box. Thunderbolts 0 for 5 in the attack on the power play tonight. Is Price across the line. To the far wing. Quick shot stopped down by Billett and he holds on. It's a 3-3 game still. We'll round out regulation after this message.
Imagine if banking weren't just about transactions to get you in and out the door. What if it focused on opening closed doors? And when opportunity arises, lending a hand to build new ones.
At Old National Bank, our most gratifying moments aren't measured in numbers, but in how we touch people's lives, and we plan to keep it that way. That's our purpose as a community bank. Learn more about what we do and why at oldnational.com/real purpose. Old National Bank, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
.446 to go. Here in this third period of play, still tying at 3. Quad City scoring twice. Evansville scoring once. Shots in the period. 12 for the Storm. 10 for the Thunderbolts. Quad City's retaking the shot lead in the game, 31-29. Evansville 0 for 5 in the power play. Quad City scoring twice on the man advantage, both times in this period. Face off right side of Brian Billings. Elms off the draw, takes it. And carried up by Zykov. Shot on goal from the line, covered up by Ryan Mulder with 4:38 to go. Face off in the Storm zone. So making with a win is jump past both Roanoke and Quad City. So at the moment, the Storm are sitting in last place at 36 points. But again, it's such a small margin, and Quad City still has so many games at hand on the other teams that it really doesn't matter. Face off right side of Ryan Mulder. This will be Holton and Fries. One back by Holton, but between the defenseman and down. Race back and forth is Braden Helms. Goes back behind his own nets. Looking for the breakout pass, hands it off. Now it's up the near side, Zykov to center. And coming up ice, turns it a 2-on-1. This is Williams drawing, but a good block there by Kramer. So try to break for the nets. Near side corner battle. Williams in there against Kramer, still taken by Holton. Against Fries, sets up Helms, he shoots it off the glass. This one's taken back by Kramer. Carries up ice, up the near side for Klutcha. Played this one down. Helms goes back for it. To the neutral zone, and again, you're not going to see any penalty call unless it's totally blatant at this point. 3-3 game lights. Shot by Butler, stopped down by Mulder. With 3:46 to go now, and the face-off in the Storm zone. That'll even the shot count in the game at 31. So once again, Peoria and Pensacola. Last we checked, we're tied at 2 after 2. They're still in the second intermission. Macon winning 4-0 in Birmingham. Huntsville winning 1-0 over Knoxville. And Fayetteville 2-1 in Roanoke. And all those games in regulation time. Off the tie, Ferraro had it, but lost it there to Seacos. Neiman around the boards. It's out to center ice. Here come the Storm, 2-on-3. Burmaster up the right side. Backhander well wide. To the far boards, Bennett's. This one almost went out of play. Stayed in the near side corner. Worked on, Seacos near side corner. However, taken away by Lubin. 200 seconds to go in regulation time. Lubin. Quick shot blocked off by Neiman. Taken back in the corner by Ferraro. Now back down low. Ferraro against Neiman. Back up the near wall. Ferraro will try and take it back, but going in his clutch. Banks off a stanchion. Taken by Plevy. Poked along to the far boards with it. SPHL's leading point scorer, Austin Plevy. And that pass blocked off by Harris. This one's back to center. Plevy controlling. Thunderbolts race to get back onside. They do. Plevy enters. No, it is offside. I thought it was onside, but they say differently. So offside with 2:52 to go. It was close, I can tell you that. They have the best view of anyone. And what has been a very well-called game this weekend. This crew, both games, they've worked. Referee J.R. Strager. Linesman Mitchell Hunt and I believe Brandon Uzarek was the other. And the face-off front of the Storm bench. On in with a face-off win. Barnaby takes it back to Thacker. Back to his own zone and up the ice, but knocked down by Beaudry. Corson. This one definitely is offside. Barnaby ahead of the play. I always get nervous in these types of situations tied with Quad City late. That is mainly because of how the last game last season ended. Last weekend, Quad City coming back from 3-goal deficits and coming back to win the last game with a goal by, I believe it was Tyler Minks with 30 and change to go. False start on the draw in front of the Quad City bench. But certainly, it could go either way. This has been a great hockey game all around. The crowd here of almost 4,000 has had a lot to cheer for, lots of goals, big hits, some fights. Perhaps we'll get some extra hockey. We will see. Still some time to go. 2:33 to go. It's taken by Corson. Across the line, 1-on-2. Corson to the outside. Turns to the front, and Barnaby and actually Butler couldn't get a stick on it. Down low against Silva. Trying to turn to the front, couldn't do it. Far wall, Barnaby couldn't land the check there. Taken back by Beaudry. Played ahead off the skate of Price and recovered by Evansville. Played down ice by Lubin up the inboards. Hit the stanchion. Taken back by Silva and cleared down. It's a bouncing puck. Thunderbolts nearly had too many men on the ice. He just barely avoid that call. Corson had to go past him. This will be an icing and Evansville call with exactly 2 minutes to go in the third period of play. Both coaches still have their timeouts. The face-off to the right side of Brian Billets. And Ryan Devine standing just behind the bench, just outside the tunnel. Quite shocked to see that. Nonetheless, it's Helms controlling the puck up the face-off win. This is Holton to the neutral zone. Here comes St. Jones with him. Hand off for Holton on side. This one on goal, set aside by Mulder, out of play. With 1:39 to go now in regulation time. The Thunderbolts now will take the lead in the shot count, 32-31. In this game now, and in the period, it's still 12 shots aside. Close game going down to the wire. Seiko, Scully, Harris, Bennett, and Kramer for the Storm. Sulla, Ferraro, Plevy out now with Thacker. And that looks like Helms. It is off the draw, taken and cleared by Kramer. Moved along down ice by John Scully. Billets sets it down behind the net. Around the near side by the Thunderbolts. Seacoast intercepts. Into the corner against Stacker. Goes for a setup, down to flex wide for a man in front. Up the near side, taken by Sullivan. This one lofted back down ice. This will be an icing on Evansville. It'll be called with 1:15 to go. So it's going to be some dangerous chances. It'll be Akura, Price, and Beaudry for the Storm. Silva and Kramer as well. Face-off left to Brian Bill with 1:15 left in regulation. Off this shot, controlled by the Thunderbolts. The face-off win. Here comes Plevy up ice with Sulliff. It's past evaded Sulliff. No icing the play. This one's back to the neutral zone. Helms with the last minute of play. Here in the third period, tied 3-3. Sulliff will play this one off the boards and taken back by Silva in the Storm ends. That one to flex. Lubin chips it ahead, Plevy. Here's Plevy, side of the nets. To the net front. Unable to shoot it was Plevy. This one bounced back and taken back by Quad City. 2-on-2 up ice with two Thunderbolts trailing. Price and Fries. Fries will send it ahead for Price. Lubin ahead of him into the end boards. Loose puck bounced on goal by Gall, covered up by Brian Bill, trying to find that wraparound. Bill was ready on Stephen Gall. 27.4 seconds left to go in regulation. And these two teams meet one more time this season as March 17th on a Tuesday game. 7-10 puck drop from the Tax Slayers Center to round out this regular season series, which has been a very fun one. And the face-off again, the left side of Brian Billets. Harrison Fries want to go up for a change. Fries will go. Harris stays out with Klutcha, Burmaster, Gall, and Nemus. Evansville with Holton for the face-off. Have Helms out with Lubin. St. Jones as well. I believe that's D'Amico Hanu. 27.4 seconds left in regulation, tied at 3. Now, Taylor Price is taking the misconduct penalty, apparently. Not sure what that was about, but a 10-minute misconduct to Taylor Price, and he is done for the night. Back to the way comes Evansville. Here's Holton, near side. There's a shot gloved up by Mulder. So again, Price got a 10-minute misconduct at 19:34, I believe was the time called. So Price, who is the leading goal scorer for the Storm and the top scorer against Evansville this season for Quad City, is done for the night. It has been labeled verbal abuse of officials. So that's an interesting one. Nonetheless, 15.4 seconds to go. Face off in the Storm zone. Seikos and Holton. Off the draw, Holton takes it and shoots, and a save by Mulder. Looking around the net now. To the point, Lubin. 8 seconds to go. Shot deflects just wide and out of play with 5.5 seconds to go. And let's see where the puck deflected. I think it went off the Storm stick. Junior Harris arguing, but I believe the face-off will stay in the Storm zone. I believe it went off the Quad City stick. Could I be wrong? Yes, but I believe that is the case. So objecting here is Dave Shinichny arguing about it. Weisman comes over, so we'll see what any discussion occurs from it. But it looks like the face-off will stay in the zone. 5.5 seconds separate us from overtime. Seikos and Holton for the face-off. Off the draw, battle for. Holton cutting the shot on goal. Back to the point. Lubin one last deflection just wide. This one's going overtime. There's 16 minutes with Thunderbolts and Storm even in shots with 32 in the game. In the period, 12 shots for Quad City and 13 for the Thunderbolts. Both sides, both goaltenders stopping 29 of those 32 shots. These two teams have played in overtime twice this season. Opening the first game of the week of the year series, November 8th here in Evansville. Stephen Gall winning in overtime 3-2 here. And then in Quad City, Braden Helms scoring on December 20th to win it in overtime. That was Ryan Mulder. He did score on. And Helms has scored goals in 3 straight games. Has nothing yet tonight. Austin Plevin, a 13-game point streak, has nothing tonight as well. This overtime will be brought to you by Deaconess. Both coaches still at the timeouts as well, and both sides will change ends. This season in overtime, Evansville 3-3, Quad City 2-5. And games that are decided in the overtime period. Storm sent out Harris, Fries, and Stephen Gall. Evansville will have Helms out with Derek Sullivan, Austin Plevy. So the script is there for both sides. 5 minutes on the board, 32 shots aside, 5 minutes of overtime time on the clock. Underway in the overtime period, the Storm control. It's Junior Harris. Up ice. To the net front. Great save by Brian Billon as a man going to the net trying to deflect it was Fries. Near side boards. Battle for. Taken by Fries. There's a man in the middle. It's Harris, but he can't beat him. Fries across. This shot blocked off. And here's a chance. It's going to be a breakaway. Derek Sullivan for the win on Ryan Mulder. Stopped by Ryan Mulder. Tried to turn him inside out, and Mulder stayed with him. The latest of his many great saves tonight. One shot aside. We play on. 28 seconds gone in the period. Derek Sullivan had plenty of time there. A nice setup from Austin Plevy, but just couldn't beat Mulder. And Quad City not actually credited with the shot, so it's one shot for Evansville, none for the Storm. Faceoff. Corson, Barnaby, and Lubin out for the Thunderbolts. And Klutcha out with Beaudry, and I believe that's Kramer as well for the Storm. Faceoff right side of Ryan Mulder. Off the draw, it's controlled by Kramer. Big face-off win there for Beaudry. Actually, it's Burmaster, not Beaudry. I apologize. Klutcha on the puck, regrouping. Klutcha. Barnaby trying to work it free. Stays on Klutcha. Klutcha goes back behind his own nets. 45 seconds gone in the overtime period. And now Klutcha will hand off Burmaster up the near side. 1 goal tonight for Burmaster. Corson with a goal tonight for Evansville. Holds up inside the Evansville line. Cross ice. Set up to the near side. Klutcha stopped by Billets. He'll play it himself to the near side. It is Barnaby. Heading off again for Lubin. One shot aside now. A minute gone in the overtime period. Lubin from the red line. Looking over his options. Hands up. It's Corson across the line. Goes to the backhand. He shoots. Saved by Mulder. The rebound. Barnaby can't get their time. Taken by Klutcha. Thunderbolts change out in progress as Klutcha carries. Corson and Helms now with Barnaby. Here comes Kramer. Pass was blocked. Up the near side by Klutcha. Taken back by Helms and Corson. Goal change for the Storm. Yakura Silva. And Beaudry. Here comes Corson. Shot off the glass. Barnaby heads off. Here come the Storm is coming on. Is Ferraro. Far side Yakura across the line. Hits the trailer for Beaudry. His shot blocked by Corson. As Silva fell down to the goal crease. Beaudry goes all the way back down. Silva the hand off. Beaudry far wing side. Places it to the end boards. Gets it to himself. Fan on the pass. Taken back by Helms. Up the near side, up ice. With Hayden Holton. 2-on-1. Helms draws. Goes in. Saved by Mulder. Plays it back to the far wing side. This will be taken back by Beaudry. Here comes Harris up ice. Back is Hanoun. Harris draws. Blocked off by the skate of Hanoun. Those two match up. We are halfway through overtime. 2:34 to go. And this one is taken by Hanoun. 3 shots to 1 for Evansville. Hanoun up ice. Slowly while his teammates change. Hanoun gets around Bennett. Goes deep against Seacoast. Far wing side. Hits for Butler. The other point had trouble with it, taken back by Seacoast. And here come the Storm the other way. It is Kramer with Bennett and Seacoast. Kramer poked away nicely. Plevy takes it away. Well, trying to build up speed of the nice up the near side. 1-on-1 against Bennett. Austin Plevy, the 2 number 9s. Holds up in the near circle. Feeds it back for the trailer. This shot stopped by Mulder. And puck bounces to the near side. Plevy on the take back. That was off Butler, I believe. Here's Ferraro far side. Mike Ferraro, 1 goal this weekend in his pro debut. Butler now had his first pro goal last night as well. Butler far corner. Down low, minute 45 to go in overtime. Off the tie-up. All the way back to the neutral zone. This one's taken back by Evansville. In comes Ferraro with Plevy. This shot is blocked. Plevy gets it back in the far side. Butler off. On now comes Lubin. Ferraro far corner. Goes around the nets. Near side now Ferraro. Tries to go to the middle. Back to the blue line. 1:20 to go in overtime. Everyone standing on both benches. Plevy behind the nets. Down the corner on the handoff. Switching out Lubin. Off the back of the side of the net. And this will be taken by Mulder. He'll play it himself and hand off. This one's up the near side. And here comes Shane Bennett. It eluded him. And it's taken back by Evansville. Off a turnover. Here they come. St. Jones with Sutliff. St. Jones going to the net. And he maybe hit the post, but it stayed out. Far corner now. Sutliff again. Lubin off and on. Comes another man. Here's a chance in front. And again another save by Mulder. That was off St. Jones for sure. 36 seconds to go in overtime. And it's taken back by Quad City. Tommy Seacoast against Derek Sutliff down low. Seacoast will inch his way ahead. Thunderbolts going to change, but it's picked away. Here's Corson. He shoots at a save. Rebound. Doesn't go in. It stayed out. It was rolling. And out of the chaos, here comes Quad City. 2 men. Silva's down. Gull up ice. 1-on-1. Gull far side holds up. Seacoast jumped on the ice. Silva's down and hurts. As play continues, and finally the whistle goes with 4.7 seconds left. Silva is down and hurt. He tried to block the shot, I believe, and hurt himself in the process. 6 shots to 1 for Evansville, and he may have saved his team here. They're called for the trainer. 4.7 seconds to go, and on the ice now comes the Storm trainer. Joe Silva went down, did not get back up. Play continues for another 10 seconds, and obviously a lot of pressure to let the play continue. But ultimately play was stopped with 4.7 seconds to go. What chances the Thunderbolts had? Corson had that one rolling toward the goal line, and someone with the Storm, I believe it was Silva, reached out with a stick and stopped it. And I don't know if we're going to replay it, I hope we do, because my goodness, that was quite the sequence. But obviously the only thing that matters right now is hopefully Silva is okay. He'll get helped up. And he'll draw some applause from the crowd of almost 4,000 strong here at the Ford Center. He will leave the ice on his own power. The faceoff will be in front of the Quad City bench. Shots 5-1, 6-1 for the Thunderbolts in this overtime period. And Ryan Mulder again has been making some big saves. It'll be Holton for the draw. 4.7 seconds left in overtime. Connor Fries will take it for the Storm. This one is won by Hanoun. It is high noon again here at the Ford Center. This one is going to a shootout. 6-1 in the overtime for the shot counts. This season, Evansville 5-3 in the shootout. Quad City is 2 for 1. Last time these two teams went to a shootout was that last weekend in Quad City the end of last year. As Evansville blew a 4-1 lead, and Quad City won it in a shootout by a 5-4 score. Ryan Mulder, 38 shots faced, 35 saves, some of them in spectacular fashion. Brian Billett, 33 shots and 30 saves. He was also big when needed. And we will see who goes first, as both goaltenders will slowly start back to their nets. Once again, the final shots of the game were 38-33 in favor of the Thunderbolts. And this game going all the way down to the wire. Quad City will go first. It is the 3-goal man this weekend, Greg Burmaster. It will go up for the Quad City Storm. Waiting to get instructions. And here he comes on Brian Billett to start the shootouts. And he missed wide on the forehand attempt. And it is scoreless going to the bottom of round 2. Up now will be Zane Jones. Zane Jones coming up now on Ryan Mulder to round out round 1 of the shootout. Scores! Zane Jones makes it 1-0. As he is 2 for 3 in the shootout now this year. The backhand of forehand between the legs of Ryan Mulder. Evansville leads into round 2, and it'll be Shane Bennett for the Quad City Storm up now to start round 2. And here he comes now on Brian Billett from the near side. And he is stopped by Brian Billett, who got the right pad on it. And Evansville with a chance here to double the lead. Noah Corson, 1 goal tonight. 1 goal last night. And a chance to score again. Rounding out round 2 to extend the lead. Noah Corson. Here it comes on Ryan Mulder. Saved by Ryan Mulder, as Corson again was looking to go 5-hole, and Mulder was able to stop it. Dakota Klutcha will go up for the Rivermen, for the Storm. He used to play for the Rivermen. And a chance to tie right back up for the Storm, starting off round 3. Dakota Klutcha on Brian Billett. Missed it wide, and I believe Billett may have got a piece of it, but it stayed out. And up next is Derek Sutliff. Derek Sutliff in his career with the Thunderbolts, 3 for 8. And here he comes on Mulder again to try to extend the lead. He scores! Derek Sutliff makes it a 2-goal lead in the shootouts. A beauty, forehand backhand. He made this move on Max Malosek earlier this season. Fake to the backhand and upstairs on Mulder. And Quad City, to keep it going, sends out Vincent Beaudry. If Brian Billett stops it, this game is over. And here he comes, Vincent Beaudry to keep it going here on Brian Billett in the top of round 4. Millen makes the save. Holy Hannah, the Thunderbolts have won it in the shootout. Final score 4-3. A weekend sweep for the Thunderbolts, but what an effort for the Storm as well. They get a big point in their playoff push, and the Thunderbolts get 2 big points in their goal of getting home ice in round 1. St. John's will again get the winning goal. He had the first goal, he gets the winning goal. The shootout winner in round 1, and the Thunderbolts win the shootout 2-0 in the game 4-3. Ryan Billett, 4 saves on 4 attempts in the shootouts. Ryan Mulder deserves a lot of credits as his efforts helped them get a point for the Quad City Storm. Lots of goals, lots of fights, lots of hits, and a lot of big saves. This was a fun one here at the Ford Center tonight. And maybe one more time back at the Taxler Center in 2.5 weeks. We're going to send downstairs for our post-game interview in Old National 3 stars of the game. Then we'll be back up for the Old National post-game report as the Thunderbolts win it 4-3 in the shootouts.